The 2019 SaskTel Tankard is being hosted this year in a community that's small in size but huge in spirit. It's hosting one of the biggest events to hit this town of 900 people, and Whitewood, Saskatchewan is ready, and so are the 16 teams here at the crossroads to the Briar.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by SaskTel, Viterra, White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, CurlSask, SaskTel Max TV, and Asham Curling Supplies.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for CurlSask.ca's live coverage from the 2019 SaskTel Tankard. We're at the Whitewood Community Center. My name is Sean Joyce. I'm joined at our broadcast location by Susan Lang and Kim Hudson.
Hello and welcome.
And we've got Draw 1, the event about to start. 4 games on tap. This is a triple knockout. For those of you who were with us at the women's a couple of weeks ago, that was a round robin, different format here. So in the triple knockout, these are all A-event games in the first round. We will have Jacobsen against Ryan Deiss in our feature matchup this afternoon. But all 4 sheets are going. The other matchups we'll keep an eye on for you. Matt Dunstone team is playing against Lloyd Fell on sheet A. Our feature matchup is on sheet 2. Sheet 3 features Scott Comfort against Brent Geddick. And then over on sheet 4, we've got Rylan Kleider, defending junior champion, up against Josh Height. Teams had a practice session and draw to the button for last rock before the game started, and they're about set to get underway. Let's meet the teams in this afternoon's matchup.
Hi, I'm Ryan Deiss, skip of team Ryan Deiss. At third is Scott Manners. Second, Jason Barnhart, lead Kaelin Deiss, and coach Kay Montgomery. And we curl out of the Fox Valley Curling Club in Fox Valley, Saskatchewan.
I'm Jason Jacobsen, skip of team Jacobsen. Third, Jake Hursticorn. Second, Quinn Hursticorn. Lead, Nick Neufeld. Coach, Lori Burrows, and we curl out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon.
So as we mentioned, it was a draw to the button to determine last rock here in the first end. It was the Jacobsen team just missing the button. They were almost covering the pin. They won the draw to the button. So it will be the Deiss team starting us off here, and they are throwing the Yellowstones. It's Kaelin Deiss.
There we go, always fun at the start. First day, first game. Boy.
Well, Jason's been here before. He had this team last year, so no fear in putting that first rock up in place. So already early on, we've got some action, but seeing that Deiss rock going through the rings, they'll be taking a little while to figure out the ice, but good for Jason to try to mix things up early, get some pressure on. Ryan, too, has a very experienced team. They've all been here before, so I think it's kind of nice. They're just going to get at it right away.
Solid, Bob!
I'm very interested to see the difference between the men's and the women's and how many rocks are going to be in play and how the men handle the 5-rock rule. I think we're in for a fabulous week.
All right.
Can't say enough about the facility and the community of Whitewood, though. This facility is looking absolutely fantastic.
That tit running a little straight. They got a thin piece of the red, but not enough to kill the yellow. It is out in the open now.
That's 2 rocks in a row that's run very straight down that path. So watch Jason here make the adjustment.
Weight's good. Easy. Weight's low. Down. Down. Hard. Come on, Scott. Really gotta go, guys.
Sean, I think you're very familiar with Jason. Hasn't he been a teammate in the past with you?
Yeah, we played in the Tankard in 2016 in Kindersley.
Oh, sit.
You've been a teammate of a lot of people.
Sit down.
I got lucky here.
Yeah, I'm hard to get along with.
Okay.
Okay.
Shot, Jay.
I guess if we pick that red in here.
Well, no shortage of curl on that one with that little bit quieter weight. Rubs the guard. Does keep the shooter in the back of the 12-foot.
Don't hate that either.
If you ever leave a double, it's really bad, but...
Yeah. Don't mind it. 10-ish?
Quinn Hersicorn here with the out-turn draw.
How much? Back 8, back 12.
Back 12.
Ready? Whoa.
Looks like Jason lining up the little tap now.
Whoa.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Great communication there, and how important they let Jason know right away that the rock was a little heavier, and he was, well out to the broom there too. So Jason quickly moving into plan B.
Be a feed more. Firm hack.
Board?
Okay, board. Yep.
Got the opportunity here to sit 2 and get some early pressure.
No. Weight's good. No.
Jason's just recently moved into Regina. He's with the City of Regina Economic Development. He's actually a neighbor in my building, so I get to see him every once in a while. Brand new baby.
Okay. All right.
Makes the hit, not able to get a roll under cover, so perhaps a double available.
Looking at making the play and just rolling under.
So just calling for nice control weight here. Really important to keep the shooter in play. You certainly don't want to start rolling out here.
Yep. Weight's good.
Whoa.
Hair firm.
Yep. Whoa. Okay, good.
Makes the hit, drives it by that second stone, but sits second and third, and that one yellow stone, although it is at least partly behind cover in the 4-foot, starting to look a little bit vulnerable.
Good board.
So Scott Manners here, longtime teammate of Ryan.
Other way.
We've all known Scott once upon a time when he was skipping and Saskatchewan representative.
Go, Kaelin. Okay, shot.
Makes the hit, stays, but it is just 1 now that the yellow's sitting. It's
Okay.
half behind cover. Not only did the teams get a chance to practice before each game, they also had a practice session this morning on every sheet. But when you can only see, and you can look at this camera angle, you can only see maybe about a third of that stone. They don't know how easy it is to get there with the finesse weight. And they probably haven't had a lot of chance to take a look at it yet either, so they're going to play the draw they know.
Whoa.
And this is a big shot early in this game already. Really need
Oh boy.
Jake to get this in here.
This sounds like it's a long ways out. I'm not sure who said it, but I heard, oh boy, and that's not usually a good sign.
No.
Well, yeah, they're all still learning the ice. Everybody's in the same boat out there.
They were trying to hit that as hard as they could, push it back farther, but it stays in the back 4-foot. Yellow sitting 2.
Double.
Double the reds. No?
No, it just jams on here.
Okay.
I think we're sitting 2 anyway.
Yeah.
We're 2.
Over here.
Always looks different from the other end.
Yeah, you could probably make that double, but if you don't negotiate it between those yellows,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
worse off.
Same as practice.
And once a skip, always a skip, always very engaged and interested in knowing what the call is going to be. Mind you, Scott's been playing third for 3 or 4 years now.
Line's really good.
They're down.
Line's good. Room.
Line's good.
I'd say top 12, top 8
Okay,
now.
hold if you can. Let curl, Lil.
Kaelin,
Line's
top.
good now. Line's good now.
Okay, we can go.
Go now.
Top
Keep
8.
going. Go. Yes. Hard. Yes. Go, guys. Fully. Keep going. Yep, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hurry. Get there.
Go.
Good shot.
That's good. Good job, guys.
Pulls that draw into the top 8 foot. Again, half to a third behind cover.
Roll to center.
They now sit 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hair high or hair low.
Yeah, just barely. What do you think? Right in the middle again? Or
think so.
a little inside? Yeah.
Should come up
So
with
looking
hair.
at playing the running double here. Nice right in the middle of the rock.
Well, the good news is it's an open shot. He can at least see the red one he's trying to hit. It's just right about now sitting in the hack. You know, you're concentrating on that shot, but you're looking at 3
Heel
opposition
roll to
rocks.
center.
And you don't have hammer. Nothing like getting into this right away.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard! 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 Hard!
Looking for the run back. Curled a little more than they had in mind, but does kill 2 of those stones. The run back stone rolls out of play.
Certainly worked. As an option.
Well, he got all the cover out from the center area too. Although the one that's left at the back of the 4 foot is still protected by that rock in the 12, as you can see from that angle.
Good sweep on that. It didn't have much more room to curl before he was going to go by and get nothing there. So front end earned its money on that shot.
This is perfect, right?
without that
You know
rock
what? We don't have to be
sitting there, we'll take one more look at this on the replay.
Yeah, I just thought.
half.
Good job on the brush. Susan said to hold that line. They were actually hoping to stuff that on the run back, but it does kill both yellows. Now, without that rock on the other side of the 4 foot, I thought they might look at the double here now. They're playing the come around into the top of the 4 foot, but that's going to leave a double on the yellows to sit 3.
Yeah, brings that other one into play in the back.
You know, you're not really in a great steal situation now, and
Yeah. Okay.
the double now could go over the top.
I don't mind showing him a little piece.
That's why I kind of agree with you, Sean, that I don't think there's a lot of risk to try this double.
5'10".
Yeah, well, the risk was there earlier, as you know, Ryan didn't want to play it because it could jam, but the jam's
Right,
not
and
really
that-
in play now, and
That obstacle's been removed.
this could bring in a big score for your opposition.
I think I'm there.
These aren't the chances you typically like to take without last rock.
No, I'd say top 12.
Okay, go then.
We're gonna
Line's
need it.
good.
Keeper.
Line's good. Gotta go, Lil.
Yeah, need to go.
Go then.
Hard line.
Just top 12.
Hard. Gotta go. Keep going, Jace. Keep going. That's good. Easy. Whoa.
Well, we played most of this
Oh,
end on the
wasn't
other side of the sheet,
wasn't
playing
even
that
close.
out-turn draw. He throws the first in-turn, comes out a little bit
Okay.
short, and I think it's curled enough that Jason has a shot at that stone at the back of the 4 foot.
Looks like it from this angle for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it's coming and the weight's good enough to push, that's okay, right? But I'll play the
I
freeze.
don't think I'll curl enough if we're gonna have that.
Right. This is curling like crazy, so that's probably to center, right?
Yeah, 3.
Like that?
5.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywhere
Huh.
Somewhere in front of it.
I was gonna play the freeze. Yeah, I think we play the freeze. But
I think the same as practice is good here.
his was 15-7, shy of the rings. It was, so I figured it's like 14-8 or something.
Yeah,
Maybe?
that's what you're practicing.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Line's good. Got room right now.
Line's great.
A little bit of room.
Room.
I think we gotta go though.
Gotta go
Line's
hard.
good. Line's really good.
Hard.
Hard.
Three.
That came down pretty hard
Yeah,
too.
second stone in a row down that intern path, and
I love you to that better than that.
Yeah, and they didn't panic out of the hand either. The sweepers thought the same.
you know, the other thing we don't really know here is we weren't paying that close of attention to the pregame practice, but the way the draw to the button contest works now is you've got to determine which side you're going to throw down, and it's possible that the team with second practice threw down this what would be the outturn side as we're playing here, and that side of the sheet might not have been thrown down for about half an hour
Maybe a
now.
little better speed out here. No. I got to throw hair. Probably got to throw hair more than last one.
The draw for 2 here.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt.
22, I think if you shoot a 10, you're good.
Okay. What'd I get last time? 22. Oh, okay.
They sound pretty good.
Line's fine.
There.
Right
Weight's
there.
nice. Hold the line here. I
T-line.
think that's there. Well, it's okay.
Line's
Just
good.
T-line
Right
now.
here.
Just T-line.
Okay, make sure.
Yeah, no, we're good.
So pardon me, we had seen Kaelin Deiss in the hacks at the start of the end, not realizing they had already started the end, so it is Ryan with last rock here. Just needs almost 4 foot to count his 2 points here in the opening end.
Nicely done.
Well, they found the draw weight on that one, put 2 points on the board for Ryan Deiss. He takes a 2-0 lead. Jason Jacobsen will have last rock when we come back.
What'd you get on that?
Dream big in full color with Apple and SaskTel on Saskatchewan's favorite networks.
Awesome.
Not be better. Yeah. Could be even better.
Want to try it and have some fun? Hurry hard to your local curling center or visit CurlSask.ca to find a curling center near you.
Well, we mentioned off the start that we'll try to keep you up to date on all of the action here in Draw 1, and Kim and Susan have some updates for us.
Yes, Lloyd Feld from North Battleford, maybe has the unenvious joy of playing the #1 seed Matt Dunstone, but has taken one on the first end to jump out to an early 1-0 lead.
Sheet 2 is our feature game, and we just saw Ryan Deiss with that nice draw for his 2 points.
Same thing too, some veteran curlers out here getting some rocks in play the first end, and Scott Comfort walked away with a 2-0 lead in this first end.
And in our Height and Kleider game, Josh Height did have a nice little tap back for 2, but just over curled a hair, getting his 1 point. So 1-0 Height over Kleider.
While we were getting ready for those updates, I didn't see how this materialized, but I'm thinking that corner guard was meant to be a little tighter, and I don't know whether they hogged the center guard or whether it was through.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Line's good now. Line's good. He's in.
Now they're playing that out turn draw again, so this would have been the side that was heavier as we were watching the first end.
I did just hear them say this is sliding though, but...
Yep. Get her tighter. Hard.
Back in.
Good. Get on the goal, guys.
going around the corner guard now, but not in the house.
It's like a 3.
Tight. Bit more. Line's good. Little room. Room. 3. It'll be Jake at the end. Yep. Yep. Keep it moving. Hard. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Okay, good. Nice shot.
Well, you know, it's early and things change, but that might almost be in. It's nice to see the amount of movement out here. Looks like we're in for some fun with a lot of curling happening. That came right out the other side.
Apparently, if I throw 14-2, it goes to the same spot as your 16-2. All right, okay.
Well, and that being said, Kim, taking a look across at all the sheets here, second and rocks all over the place, so it seems like all the teams in all the games out here are taking advantage of the nice swingy ice and the quick ice, and no one's wasting any time out here, any of the games to play it safe.
That'll make our job fun this week. Fun and interesting.
Well, it's great for the spectators.
Absolutely.
Which there are a lot of already here this afternoon. It's fabulous to see the turnout for the 2:30 draw.
What do you guys think like that? Actually,
I think 3.
I think 3 or 5.
Yeah, 3 or 5.
We don't need to do that. I actually like this better.
I do too.
Well, team consensus. Don't need to really get into it just so early yet.
Yep! Yep! Yep!
A little unlucky there.
Yeah, the last end when they wanted the straight back raised takeout, they
Okay.
didn't get it. Now when it's the opposition rock, it's Murphy's Law comes into play.
Yeah, dead stuffed it.
Well, they're going to want it on the next one.
3-1.
Yes.
3-1.
Yeah, the positive is they changed the color.
It's nice that you ladies have been keeping it up with the action. I'm actually taking a peek. Kaelin Deiss has not left the ice surface. He's sitting back behind the sheet with the coach, and he's sitting down right now, and I don't know whether we've got an injury or what's going on here.
For line.
But he has not left the ice surface. He's just sitting behind the sheet right now, and
Got her, Scotty, you got her.
3. Sask tell side.
Yeah, still go. Try to get.
Well, that would be unfortunate if there's an injury and illness right off the start.
and you know, Kaelin's not a small boy. I think they count on him for what he can do with the brush.
Yeah.
Curl's like an inch, or?
Yeah, it actually did curl. Maybe a little more.
There you see him sitting behind the scoreboard, and he's talking with the official, Tim Baber, and that might be as to what the rules are regarding injury. I'm pretty sure he threw both of his rocks this end, but I'm not even positive of that.
That was Kay Montgomery, their coach, too, that was conferring with Tim Baber to find out whatever options are they're working through.
There was the run back attempt. Just as we said, when you want it straight back, you can't get it.
And left it in play as well.
20, 25 even.
Yeah.
Middle of the 8, let's go.
Did you say 25?
It's a ton.
Well, he looks healthy, so hopefully it's not an
You know,
injury
when I
then.
first noticed him back there, he was standing. He sat down after a few moments. I don't know whether it would be a back or perhaps a leg.
3, 2, 3. Lots of room, 3.
Looks hot.
4.
Looks hot.
Yeah. 4. Bounce it. Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bounce
Off,
it.
off.
4, 5.
Off.
Oh, that's a bull, baby. Sorry, Ryan, that's too much.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit of a break there for the Jacobsen team. That helps.
Probably left enough of that open. He can hit it solid enough to actually stay behind cover, too.
Yeah! Hard!
Called right away.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
like to get a bit of a roll behind cover. First of all, has to get by the tight guard. By the guard. Makes the roll. If anything, actually rolled a little bit too far.
Out the other side, yeah.
These are brand new stones.
Yes.
They were purchased by CurlSask. This is the first event that they have been used in, so those striking bands, obviously very lively, hit that stone very solidly and still rolled across out into the open.
Yeah, lots of learning to be done on these stones by everyone involved. Nobody has an advantage because nobody's played with them before.
Tad firm. Board.
By all accounts, I've heard nothing but good things.
Oh,
though.
yeah, close. Close.
No, no.
No, no, no.
Never.
Close.
Never.
Close.
It's coming down.
Close.
Never.
A little bit,
Yeah,
Jay.
go on it, go on it, go on it, go on it.
Oh, Jay. Get it out, Ryan.
That's
So
fine.
it's gone.
Good weight in the end. Good sweep, Jay. Yeah. Pretty good throw, Scott.
I don't think I can follow that.
Make sure.
And there you see actually an example right there of one of the issues that they run into when they've only got the one sweeper. Today's sweeping systems, they always tend to use only one anyway, but when you want the extra curl at the end, you want to sweep from the other side, and Jason Barnhart had to jump around to get to that other side.
We're there.
Yep. Yep. Whoa.
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 Never.
Nick.
Never.
Nick. Whoa.
Good. Scott.
Good shot. Got you. Yep.
I would actually like to.
Yours curled half as much as his.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to follow.
Even if you roll,
Let's roll it there. Yeah. Let's make that big roll.
So looking for the big roll.
Nice pass.
Across the rings.
Just control. I'd actually like to roll big, like behind the tight center guard.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think Coach Laurie Burrows is too concerned about the injured player on the opposition.
Control. No, Jay. Nothing. Go. Hard, Jay. Yep, sweep it. A little.
Makes the hit, but not able to get the roll underneath cover. And from that angle, it looks like he's left enough room that Jason can get under cover.
Yeah, I think so.
Bumper?
It'll be interesting to see if Kaelin throws his rocks this end. Maybe he can throw and not sweep.
Okay, well, I mean, you are allowed to do that as long as you throw your rocks.
That's the way I played for years.
No rule that says you have to sweep.
Oh, hard!
Whoa!
Oh, no.
I touched it.
Oh, burnt
And
rock,
we've got a
that's
burnt
tough.
stone. And that is
I touched
unfortunate.
it. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you burned it.
Oh my god.
Love to go here, but I don't know the line.
I'll just crash off this. Can you draw between the two?
I don't mind just do. Why don't we just get here?
Yeah, and if
That's
it's
pretty
fine,
good.
that's fine.
Oh well, we'll make it good.
Okay.
Well, that's a bad break for the Jacobsen team.
Yeah.
Already trailing by 2 and had a chance to perhaps get under cover. Might have been able to get his 2 back. Now you're going to be looking at a difficult shot to score.
Where are we going?
Draw around.
Top 12-ish?
Kudos to
we can
Jason,
go to the
though. A lot
forfeit.
of
I think you
players
could
have
get
been
it. I
pretty
think you could
tempted to
squeak
have
in
a
there.
big broom bang there or sort of an outburst, but you could just see him counting to 10 and sort of kept it to himself there. So, I mean, I admire that. That's hard to do. All you can do is just tell yourself it's a second end and try to get out of this with your 1 point now.
Line's good, Jay.
Actually, line's good.
No, we're all right.
Okay, stay close. It's a little
Gotta
softer.
stay down.
Softer throw. Softer throw.
Stay down.
Yep.
Yep.
Think top
Yeah,
eight
you gotta
now.
go.
As this last stone for Ryan Deiss is coming into play, I see Kaelin making his way down to the other end. So with broom in hand, I would say he's planning to try to throw. That stone crashes off the guard, but he actually gives himself a little bit more protection.
He just didn't give it a pop. Eh?
I know, yeah, that's what I did.
So talking about the release and already saying how they have to be very definitive with their release. Ryan just thinking he was a little soft, and that was the difference there.
Jason will be looking for the blank end here. He can see more than he needs to hit for that. Certainly we've seen through these first two ends, as soon as you step the weight up, it does run very straight. So doesn't have to get too close to the guard here.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Catches half the stone, drives it through the rings, and we do have a blank end here in the second. We'll be back for the third after this.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Well, the Feld team here is not afraid to mix it up with the Matt Dunstone team, but it still boiled down to Matt had an open draw to the 8-foot for 2 points. 2-1 lead, playing the third.
This is our feature. No, it is not. This is sheet 3. And I don't think that's me. Sorry.
Okay, just skipping over here to sheet 3. Scott Comfort tried to draw around one of his in the top 12-foot to get a crock that was in the back 4-foot, but Scott just chipped off, allowing Brent the open hit for 2 points, and that game is now tied at 2.
Okay, over on sheet 4, it was a lot of yellow in play, but Ryan Kleider just made a great in-off for his 1 point, so tie that game up, 1-1.
And Kaelin Deiss has returned to the ice, did throw his first stone, is in the hacks now to deliver his second. I keep watching him. I haven't seen him do anything like he's flexing out a leg, or I can't see that he's stretching out anything. I have no idea what the injury would be. Usually somebody will be stretching a back or flexing the leg. Or
Line's skin tight.
I'm just taking a guess at back, but
we're in. Top 12. Top 8.
Just while this rock comes to rest, but just back to your game there, Kim. Marlon Kleider with his in-off. I think he's looking at about 4, all on the center line, top 8-foot, 4-foot. It was pretty much a game-saver shot right there, and he just nailed it for the single point and keeps him in the game.
You like that?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guy.
oh, and I
Whoa.
see Kaelin coming back down the sheet. Looks like he's going to assume his position on the chair behind the scoreboard.
Behind the corner.
well, that tends to make you think that it must be an arm. Perhaps the left arm, because he can throw no problem, but can't brush.
Good. Hit.
And I'm looking at him as he's walking back. He's holding the broom in his right hand, and his left hand is in his pocket. I wonder if there's a left shoulder injury or something to that effect.
Normally wants to roll out. Yeah.
That might have been the discussion with the officials too. They might have been wondering if he could switch to Deiss, which he cannot do once the initial order has been established. But in subsequent games, you might see him holding the broom.
We're going to make it the other way here. Easy, easy, easy. Good.
Good.
rollout on that attempt, so it is Ryan Deiss sitting shot rock, top of the 4 foot. There's the one corner guard, and Jason Jacobsen going to ask for the come around here.
Yeah, looking at using it.
Ah, no, that's good. Yeah.
I like the draw.
I like the draw.
They've discussed both.
I like the draw. Okay.
It's such a hard roll.
Yeah. You got.
Yeah, I like the thinking on this too. You know, it's still early. We've probably got a little bit more margin of error here on the draw, getting the size figured out to the corner guards.
You go there right now. I think you got
We've talked lots about how so
Oh,
often
yeah.
it can be the 8th, 9th end, and we're just for the first time going around the corner. So I think it's a really good opportunity to learn the ice.
Good
out
opportunity,
there.
but this looks like a ton of weight.
Now we know what Hackwaite's doing there. And I know that's no fun, but you still, as the skip, you still take that away. You're not happy to see that miss, but you've just learned something there that with that kind of weight, you took, you know, X number of inches of ice. So as unfortunate that result was, you file it away. You might need that again in the 5th end or the 7th end. So you're always learning, even if it is a miss like that.
And there again, we see one of those examples of what happens when you've only got the one sweeper. Scott Manners had to jump across to the other side. It's one of those things, they're going to sorely miss Kaelin Deiss. He's probably one of the biggest guys out there. He's a very powerful sweeper, and that's gonna be a loss for this team if he's not able to sweep for the week.
Well, if I end up talking to the Deiss team, I think I know what my question will be on the 5th end.
I hope it stops, I guess. Right T line?
Where's T?
No worries, Jason. When it hits the bumper, it'll stop for sure.
Easy, Jay.
Comes to rest at the T line.
Perfect weight for my last one.
Okay.
I think they were looking for the guard here. The danger now is you're going to be facing 2, although there should be a double.
Yeah.
It's possible if you roll it about a foot to the outside, they'll be too flat to make a double. Scott Manners going to try to make that hit and little roll over.
Good weight. Clean, clean.
Yep.
Trivia question. Who did Scott Manners beat in 2012 to get to the Briar?
Yeah, stay on her, stay on her.
Bruce Cordy. Did you know,
Wow,
or were you
you
just
guys
throwing
are
it out there?
Good. No, I was just throwing it out there.
Well, I did the game.
We were there.
Make it this time.
That's true.
Sorry,
Head
Bruce.
roll. Or jackhammer it off the back side of that.
We know how much that hurts. In Humboldt last week, we had a picture of Kerry Tarasoff beside the banner of the team that had beat him in a provincial final one year. And that was a sad moment there. So sorry, Bruce, to bring that up.
Yep.
Sad, but funny.
Whoa. Whoa.
Both Bruce and Kerry will be at provincial seniors in a couple of weeks.
Attaboy.
There's a nice double.
And Lloyd Feld, who's playing right now out on sheet 1, he'll be there too. Different team though. He's got some young guns in front of him doing the hard work now, but
the ones at the seniors aren't so young?
they're still gunners.
Same weight. Clean and whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, Jay. Whoa. Clean, clean only.
Just the one stone left in play now. That shot stone in the 8 foot, and Scott Manners removes that, rolls the shooter over into the 12.
Hair more on that second one. Ah, I thought it was okay.
10-1, 9-9.
See that one a little different on the
Just a hair.
yeah. Normal.
Clean. Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Nice throw.
Jason with the hit rolls back to the corner of the 4 foot. Jason will be looking for a chance to blank this end now.
No, this is the best. I have to gather myself.
Sounds like Jake maybe didn't have the
What kind of weight?
most technically flawless delivery on that one. I didn't see it myself, but
yeah, sometimes that's what makes the good really good, is the corrections that they can have.
Clean. A little bit. Same weight. A little bit. Yep. Yep. Right to it, Jay. Keep coming. Keep coming. No roll. No roll. No roll. Good.
Changes things up.
It's nice weight. I got them started slightly. So.
Jason already down at the far end. This is a chance to bank a little bit of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoa.
Wide open ends, go quickly.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'd like to stay in play here and make Ryan throw at it, but that's going to roll out the back of the rings, and then Jake makes sure it's far enough out that
how much I pushed it out.
any kind of a jam. Sounds like Jason might not have had the most technically flawless delivery either.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always thought that if you hit the broom 2 or 3 times coming out, that you'd had a good shot. Like, what do you mean you're only supposed to hit it once?
It's only a guide.
.303.
The rollout does give Ryan Deiss a chance to draw here.
Yeah, the freebie.
He had made the draw for his second point in the first end with the in turn. He's playing the out turn here, and we haven't put a stopwatch on anything yet, but certainly from what we saw in the first end, and just as a guess on what we're seeing here, I think that out turn side of the sheet might be just a little faster than the in turn side.
Yeah, certainly looks that way.
You had to sweep harder than I did. Oh, yeah.
Well, Jason Jacobsen already in the hacks, ready to throw this. Jake would like to know which turn he wants to play. It's not a long roll to get the blank here. Most teams have a preference whether they want to play inside out or outside in, but then when you split the center line, every shot's outside in.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Well, we're not sure about the weight sensitivity with the curl, but certainly we've seen with the bigger weight they run straight. Jason makes the blank, and he'll keep last rock into the fourth end.
The internet's constantly expanding, but you can keep up with unlimited internet. So whatever you like to watch, stream, upload, and share, do it all with unlimited internet from SaskTel.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And we're back. Let's take one more look at what's going on in all of the other action here in Draw 1. Kim, Susan, you've got some updates for us?
Lloyd Fell is just delivering his last stone here, trying to come down to that yellow Dunstone rock that Matt Dunstone just delivered there. We've been trading draws to the back 4 foot here. Looks like nice weight, but not quite enough curl, and a steal of 1 for Dunstone for 3-1 score. Oh, over to my sheet again, sorry. We've just got Scott Comfort getting ready for his last shot. He's looking at a buried ergatic rock here on the top corner of the 4 foot. So looking at a very difficult raise here to try to score a single or get a blank. But Brent's setting pretty nicely here for Scott's last shot.
Still a few rocks to come here yet on sheet 4, but things are looking pretty yellow in favor of height, and Rylan Kleider just made a nice stubble to sit a few, but still a couple rocks left to clump.
And here is that shot. Scott Comfort looking for that raise. Susan was just talking about it's 2 stones very close together, so the drag effect's going to come into play here. Makes the hit.
Just with
dragged a bit, but not enough to catch that stone. I think he was looking for the blank, but so it will be one single point for Brent Geddick. He takes the lead there.
Lead.
That was really close.
There is another shot just 2 rocks earlier that was just as close. That rock was moved around a couple of times, just a foot laterally both times. It was quite well protected. Comfort just missed it twice, very closely.
I think so too. Let's try it.
So Kaelin Deiss back out to throw his stones this end. Put his first stone just to the back of the button. Corner guard, you see just coming into play, and now Kaelin throwing again.
Easy. Wait's good. Line's good. Jay's rock now.
No, just Scott.
Okay.
Just Scott.
Just at the end.
Hanging a bit. Jay. Just Scott.
Just Wait's real nice. It's there.
Dipping in there.
No, don't dip in.
We are.
That's dipping.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Kaelin.
Wanted to keep that out of the ring, so of course it couldn't be hit.
knows it'll still be out.
Whatever you like.
Yeah.
I don't mind the draw.
I kind of like the draw. We don't really want a center guard, do we?
I don't mind drawing, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but
I
to get a
don't
rock
love
up
the draw.
front,
I like it if you like it.
Well, they're behind T-line.
to get a rock up front in the free guard zone, and you've
Yeah, I
removed
think so.
a very dangerous yellow rock,
Yeah.
I think is not a bad play at this point.
You make the draw good. They still can't hit the guard, so they're going to throw another guard on the 2 yellows, and then you've got some work to do.
Normal. Whoa.
You know, if we were in to draw 4 or 5 and you really knew everything well, you might think about it, but...
Yeah, they're still learning here.
Good shot. Good.
Okay.
Well, not able to make the nose hit. Rolls across and out from behind the guard, but it stayed in front of the rings, so can't be hit.
But if it hits a 1/4 inch more, he's got a biter, and now Deiss
Yeah.
has to contend with it.
Well,
so
he almost had a biter behind cover, which would have worked great.
yeah, that would have been a great outcome too. But now it's back. Ryan going back on the offensive here without the hammer.
And Kaelin going back to the bench.
Not in.
Yeah.
I think you
I can't go.
We're going to have to speculate on this for the next half hour yet, but I have to think it's a shoulder. I can't see them. It doesn't look like he's favoring a leg or back or anything like that. He can throw, but he can't sweep.
Real nice.
Might as well make the run now. Sit for a corner.
Well, they'll look for the run back one more time.
Yeah, should stick around for a corner, just as said.
Yep. 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 Okay, good.
Pretty good.
Well, and now Kaelin appears to be making his way off the ice surface.
Okay. Foot higher.
Okay.
You're just an eagle eye.
Well, you know, it's really got me wondering what's going on. Like, he's not limping. I haven't seen him stretch anything out.
A little
But
tighter.
his left hand is always in his pocket, so I'm thinking there's something with that left arm.
He's just counting his money.
Okay, line's good. Line's real good.
Line's pretty good.
And if it's taken this long, then he's probably headed to the patch then.
Really like it. Really like it. This side.
At the end.
Easy. Easy.
Gotcha.
Well, so far Ryan's team has handled this quite well. They've had the Jacobsen team on the run. Jacobsen's team hasn't caught the weight quite yet, and it's giving
Like
Deiss
that?
that little bit of
Oh,
breathing
yeah, I do
space to
too.
figure out
Okay.
how to finish up this game with 3 players, if that's indeed what's going to happen.
We make light of it a few times in some of these broadcasts about how teams only use one sweeper anymore, but that is the one advantage in that when you're typically only using one sweeper anyway, you don't lose as much having the second one. The only place where you lose it is when guys are switching back and forth from one side to the other.
Well, you lose that second set of eyes. You lose that
You lose that
confirmation.
as well, sure.
There's all sorts of, those subtleties
Just a little higher than
that
Jay's.
come into play also when you only have 3 of you out there.
For sure, and even just team dynamics.
It's also a bit of a disadvantage for the team that is playing with 4, because if you've got 2 players on the team playing with 3 that are throwing 3 rocks each and playing very well, like that just adds a little extra pressure too.
Well, so far he's still been throwing his rocks, so we haven't seen the 3 rocks each, but he has left the ice surface now. We'll see whether he comes back for the next end. It may well be that the discussion was get off the ice surface, get where you're warm for 15 minutes, and then come back and see what happens.
Well, and the teams only do have 1 game today, too, so that could play into it. There's extra rest required.
I have a quarter.
You like that?
Yeah.
I heard Jake say he could see a quarter. Now, we have seen anytime they step the weight up, they run very straight. Even with hack and bumper, they've run very straight, so a quarter's not a lot.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard, boys, quick. Hard.
Just going to rub on the way by. Now, does he get 2 biters out of it?
Sure does. Oh. Oh, I don't
That
know.
almost looked like it spun back at the end. I don't. It might have touched the other stone.
That's good weight. Yeah.
Pretty close.
That one in?
And yeah, it doesn't
Guess
sound
they
like
don't
Ryan's
know.
sure one way or the other.
Well, we got lots of time. We're ahead of them. I don't think it's in.
Our
Really
camera
close,
angle
though.
can be deceiving.
You like that?
We're doing pretty good.
How do they get us out?
Yeah.
You got a hell of a look. You like guarding?
Yeah.
Did you mean like freeze theirs?
No, guard.
Just guard?
Just guard the red. Guard ours. Guard the pile.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you might as well, because
How did you get us out?
to make a play on them, you're opening us up, so yeah.
So, same weight.
Like a 2.
Okay, less. Good. A little wider, but
Both same weight.
I think Kaelin's
Open to be
back. He
lighter.
just went and got a jacket. He's sitting back
Higher
there
the
with Kay.
better. Yeah.
clean, clean, clean. Clean,
Hair
clean,
less. Okay. 2 now. Might need to finish a little. Okay. Finish it.
Okay, I'm in, I'm in. Go, go, go. Go, 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 Jake.
Yeah, hard Jay.
Keep going, Jay. Drag it. You got it. Stay with it, bud.
Okay.
Stay with it. That's good right there. Nice judge.
Yeah, good shot. Like, that's always
You think
scary,
that's it?
leaving opposition rocks in play in
Shot.
strong positions like that. But as they said, there wasn't a lot of advantage to trying to remove that red, because all it did was open up that back yellow.
Except that you're guarding the opposition, and if this is lined up like Jason's saying, suddenly you could have guarded when they could be sitting 2 after this.
Want to play this?
If it's there.
Don't think Jason's entirely certain that it's there.
I think.
Yeah.
It's probably
about
one of
a
those, if you
quarter.
hit it just right, it's there.
Yeah, third to a
Yeah,
quarter.
the only thing is you make it. Now they're
Like if we don't make this.
Well, you,
sitting 2 behind the one you just threw, the guard you just threw.
You don't like it? If it's there, I like it.
I like that. If it's there, I like it.
How come?
A
Jake
good
would like
idea.
to take a look at it. Probably not a bad idea to say, Susan, you want to know this is there. They have last rock here, and the problem is you play something out on this side.
I
If
think
it's
if we
not
hit it
there,
like a
you're already
quarter.
double guarded on a rock at the back of the button, and they're going to throw something else in there, and you're looking at possibly giving up a steal.
It looks from here that
If we
it
hit
would
it on
go
the
over
nose,
top,
it'll go
but
over
like I
top.
said,
I'm
we
not sure
can't
about
see
it.
the angles from here.
You want us for normal one? I want to measure my power then. I think it gets it.
Yeah. But if it doesn't, then the middle's kind of.
Yeah, that's
Which
bad.
is the
then.
only bad thing.
I honestly think it does.
Okay.
Any on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about to see.
Close.
Just nice, Bill.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this should run straight here.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Didn't even play it off the second stone, really. Almost picked it clean into it, and it does kill it. Did the shooter roll into the open? Well, it's a tough port to make it, but it is there.
Just normal.
The run back is a Yellowstone as well. It looks like that's what they're going to go for.
You can. I don't think that's there, Jake. You don't?
Jason, I think, looking at the port.
Yeah, I guess the hole's there, Scott.
It is.
Yeah, let's make the hole.
It's one of those things where sometimes the ports look a little different from the other end.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with playing the run back either. That you can't see the whole stone through that port, and with the weight you got to throw to make that port, I don't know if you can stay in behind cover.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind the
It's going to have to roll.
I'm just going to throw control, Scott.
I think control, you have a chance of holding it there.
Yeah.
And the quieter you throw the hit, the smaller that hole looks when you're throwing against the reverse stagger.
Little firm! Little up! Yep! RJ! Yes! Hard! Quick! RJ, quick!
By the one on the center line, just thin rubs on that tighter guard, and that's the danger you run into when you try to throw quieter weight through a reverse stagger port. Suddenly, Jason Jacobsen has a chance to maybe pick up as many as 3 here, and 4 is not out of the question. It's not like it's not like Ryan's going to have an easy shot for his last one.
Exactly.
Well, that's one of those two sweepers might have just held that too, like the difference of being the only one out there for that. You could hardly even hear that tick on the rock. It just feathered it.
Yeah, such a thin feather on the guard. It actually feathered the stone in the rings too, so it's still just as far behind cover as it was.
Yeah, didn't change anything. Might have made the hole slightly bigger.
Yeah, probably 3/4 of an inch bigger.
Yeah.
Just the amount you would have needed to get by on the last one.
Yeah.
Should be the same as practice, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I like it. Bro, line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good. Top
Where
four.
is it? 9.95.
Ready?
I think it's lining good. Line's good.
Weight's pretty good.
Hair heavy. Weight's good.
Yep.
Weight's good. Yep. Weight's good. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Boy, look at this movement. This is coming on to the red stone.
Okay.
That actually changes the hole.
Good little pick at the
Yeah,
end.
that really
I don't know. It picked.
They say it picked.
Jason's pretty sure it picked.
No.
It does make
Just
that
played
hole
it.
next to impossible.
Same ice?
I like that. You like that same weight, eh?
Well, he's going to try it again.
Yeah, I like this play.
Okay.
This is... I thought he said pick it too. This is to hold him to 3. I'm a little surprised he's playing this. The yellow-red double, yellow run onto the 2 reds at the top of the 12 foot looks like a fairly...
Plus you could...
You might get all 3 of them. But it's
like
basically a
here,
nose hit. It's a nose hit without having to get through any guards. This is... this could almost be the game. You rub a guard here and it's 4.
Same.
A little wider.
Close. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Same weight. Whoa, Jay.
Got to get by the long one. He's by it. Makes the port. Makes the hit. But his shooter will roll out of play. And Jason Jacobsen have a chance to play a draw here for 3. Now he did think he picked on his last one.
I don't mind the same. It looked good.
I like it.
No, Jay.
Can't come on to the one he just threw, though. He's
Nope,
gotta,
he can't.
Yeah.
But if they think the last one picked, he had lots of room by the guard.
Yeah. We're taking the same ice. I like that picked pretty hard.
Yeah, that was a pick, not natural.
Mine was about back 4.
It was T. It was good weight.
Okay, let's try to throw this in.
Yeah.
O-line.
Easy. Hair more. Okay, more room. We tap
So
it.
more weight, and it sounds like Jason might have been a little
Yep.
outside, so they're playing plan B now, looking to tap in the front one.
Hard.
Yep.
Wow. It's going to work, I guess.
Or that.
Not the way they drew it up, but it counts. Put 3 points on the board for Jason Jacobsen. He takes a 3-2 lead into the fifth end.
3.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
The internet's constantly expanding, but you can keep up with unlimited internet. So whatever you like to watch, stream, upload, and share, do it all with unlimited internet from SaskTel.
And we're going to quickly turn our attention over to sheet 4 for a live update.
I know we have 2 shots left to come here, yet each skip has 1 remaining stone. Ryland just peeled one on center line to open it up. Keep in mind, or I guess maybe I didn't tell you this last end, it was a steal of 2 actually by the Clyder team. Josh was playing just a quiet draw to count him down and was a little heavy, and it was a steal of 2, so it is 3-1 for Clyder right now, but the height team's sitting 2. And actually Josh has 2 shots left to come.
I think electing here to play a guard with Josh's first one. Of course, we don't have mics on these players, so we're not sure what the discussion was about. I think probably most of the discussion was, did they think that double was going to dead jam on the one at the back?
one.
And I don't think it would. I think they could spill it. So they decided to guard it. And we'll take advantage of the technical wizardry of producer Carrie Tarasoff and keep an eye on our feature game as well. And once again, Kaelin Deiss has made his way back out to throw.
Right there. Coming
Yeah,
down.
coming down. It's getting better.
Top 12.
No, just Scott still.
Go. We're only top 12,
Yeah,
top 8.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, go on her now. Hammer it, hammer it, hammer it.
Josh Height with the guard might be biting, and Kaelin Deiss with the come around leaves a piece out in the open.
Yeah, nice guard by Josh, and the run back that they have to play now could get interesting.
Whoa!
Looks like there could be jams in a few places.
Weight's good. Whoa!
Rather than looking at coming off one of his own to move the yellow, but I don't think that yellow ever leaves the rings.
Exactly.
It's just that the red would be buried.
A few too many red laying around, but getting them in trouble.
And the hit and roll attempt again with that finesse weight we've seen every time they step the weight up. It has run very straight. That goes right by. I think Nick's saying he might have set it out, but I don't think he sounded sure that it was anything in the throw.
Back 4?
No,
yeah,
weight
back
was
4,
good.
back 8.
Crazy how much it's straightened up. Yeah, I don't know why.
Doesn't really sound like they're sure why that
Yeah.
one
Right,
stayed
yeah,
out that
same
far.
Yeah.
0, yeah. Okay.
Got a team decision over here on sheet 4.
It's all there. 93. Yeah, this should
I
go
don't know
too.
what all their options are here
All there.
either.
So we heard that
No, I think we're all there
93
still.
on the split there for Kaelin, and it
Right here, guys.
tells them already
I think we're there.
it's going to be deep in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah, I think you're okay. I think you're okay.
Okay.
Good
Shot,
spot,
Kaelin.
Kaelin.
Good go.
Good thing they didn't sweep that at all. Good judge.
Well, timeout here. They're going to get Papa Dean coming down here to tell him how this is all going to look.
More than mine did.
It's hard to see these angles though sometimes from the side, like when the coach comes out and they can't actually really see.
It's one of those cases for the Kleider team, as we look at it on the left, that all those little biters that they've got around are not really helping them, because it's the potential for jams at anything they run back. The Jacobsen team makes the hit this time, stays right there. So it is Jacobsen sitting shot rock.
Nose is pretty good.
Mostly exposed.
I think what they're looking at here on the Kleider team is that they can play the hit and roll on what they can see of the red, not looking to eliminate any of the yellow, but hitting and rolling in behind, in between all those yellows.
Okay. Good sweep. Shot, Jake.
Probably is their best option.
Yeah, you got
Sam.
Well, the running triple's great if you don't jam anything, but how could you ever say for sure that you're not going to jam anything?
For sure.
Same.
Brand.
Same way.
Whoa.
He's tracking it at one.
Curl. Whoa. Curl. Good.
On the right, looking to get a little extra curl so that they could hold the shooter, and enough to stay in the 12-foot. That is second shot for now, though.
This is sounding really close over here. How's that for a good shot? Rylan has made, this is his third shot I've seen like this game already. Crowd likes it too.
Well, they're very much, this is how they play their game. It's all high risk, high reward type of game. They're never scared to put rocks in play.
It's still for three, though, because that one yellow at the back isn't leaving. It's jamming into the other two reds. It's just a nose hit on the top yellow for three.
Okay. Just a nose hit.
Well,
but yeah, no, I know.
As opposed to overcomplicating and looking at, well, we got to bang this one onto this one onto this one. Well, really, it's just a nose hit on the first one.
Yeah, it should be for three, I agree.
Hey, how's that looking coming out? I feel like I'm tight.
That one you were, not the other one. The other one is pretty decent.
Do we ever just nose it?
We can.
Up to you. Whatever you like.
I like Jake's idea on the right, their feature game. He's looking at the nose hit to stay in front of the yellow. You could make the double, but you're going to have to roll out a play, and then they're going to come around the guard. Josh Height looking for the nose hit on the run back. Hit that very thin. Drives it by, and it'll be a steal of one for Rylan Kleider. He jumps out to a 4-1 lead there.
Whoa. Ready?
Whoa, no.
Whoa.
Curl up.
Yep.
Jacob Hurstcorn looking for the nose hit. Would like to stay in front of the yellow.
Good.
Well, he rolled a little bit. I think the yellow is still shot rock.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And with last rock, that will give Deiss a chance to try to come around that one guard.
You probably only want this top 8, eh? Yeah, that's right.
A little heavy.
Zeros? Yeah, clean it for sure, Jay. I'm not wide.
A little bit early.
Stay down.
A little bit early.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. I can go. Yes. Yes. Gotta go. Wait. Yes.
And again, we're just speculating, but this has been the heavier side of the sheet. If there is a heavier side, and this one's going to come up a little bit short.
Still play this.
Is that in?
No.
Yeah, same shot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Hard.
Quinn Hurstcorn makes the hit, and key there, able to keep both reds
that much separation.
in the rings.
You want to just draw?
Sure.
Yeah, let's make a draw.
Could just draw. I don't. You want to hit? You want to hit?
I kind of like this.
Jake?
I like that a little more.
Okay.
So just staying on the aggressive here on the old fence. It's got lots of room to draw.
90, so.
A little heavy. Tell him back.
Top 4, T.
Okay, let it curl.
That's all there.
Back 4.
Now this would be the Keener side again. We haven't timed one, but it certainly looks like the two sides aren't the same weight.
Yeah, finish it now. Finish it. Yep.
Go.
You can.
Well, they said 90 on this split too.
Yep.
Little bit.
Keep going.
Okay. Brings that into the top of the forefoot. It does look to be mostly behind cover. Might have left a piece.
Sure.
Maybe a third, do you think, Susan? Quarter?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say a good third. Lots for Jason Jacobsen.
Well, it totally depends on the weight. We've seen already here in this opening draw a number of stones. You start to pick up that weight, and they run so very straight, and you see that a lot with the modern stones. They're so aggressive on the draws, but you pick up your weight, and they'll run pretty straight for you. Certainly can't afford to overthrow this, or you'll find it'll run right by the stone at the top of the forefoot.
Hack. Clean.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah. Close. Yep.
Hard. Whoa.
By the front one, now looking for a little extra curl.
Nice touch shot there by Jason.
Hangs on for a bite at the back 12, so I think you'll see Ryan draw for sure now. Too many rocks at the back of the rings to start thinking about a blank now.
And that was the advantage of that little biter just hanging on it.
Yeah, there's a double there, but there's no triple, so if you know you're going to get forced, you may as well try to get forced to 2. They weren't far off the last one. They had a lot of room by the guard. If they can get tighter by the guard on this come around, they certainly can bury it.
What do I need, about 15?
10.
10?
10, 15, yeah.
Okay.
Same as you've been throwing.
Okay.
So Ryan Deiss with his first stone here in 5.
Mine's okay.
Looking for a come around. Might be able to set up a deuce yet. This is a long ways out. You see Jason Barnhart's already switching sides.
Same as yours.
Yeah, he
looking
got
to get some
out
extra
on
curl.
that throw, didn't he? A little in and out there, so it's got a big job here.
A lot of room by the guard.
Right to the
Try to
bin.
get behind
Yep.
this guard.
Go.
Nice finish, though.
Go. Shot right.
He got a little farther underneath than Scott did.
To run this time, that's pretty good.
It's a little higher up, too. Makes it a little tougher for Jason, but
Yeah, that's quite a bit more buried. Yeah, it should go dead straight, right?
Yeah, it should.
well, to really put the pressure on this would be nose, head, and force the draw to the forefoot. But Jason, of course, will be happy just to remove this. But to get something more out of this shot, if he can hit it straight back, it'll put some extra pressure on Ryan.
So Jason Jacobsen with his final stone here in end number 5. Picked up the big 3 in the last end. Needs a run back to take away a deuce opportunity.
This rock will go a long way.
Hits it a little thin, drives it by, and so Ryan Deiss will have a chance to draw. If he can just bite the 8-foot, will pick up his deuce and gets to throw the same stone he just threw, the same draw.
What'd you get, Mike? 13?
13.
Okay.
And there's there's the other difference of only having one sweeper. Apparently Kaelin's the one that takes
Yeah,
Ryan's rock out for him, and he had to go get his own rock. And he,
13.
interesting here also that Jason started on the side that you'd be looking at for curl here. So they're expecting this to run fairly straight, I would think.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Right here, Jake. We're good. Yeah, clean it in. You're real good on the watch. You got
Certainly had straighter or more line than he did on the first stone, and will bring it right down and in around that stone to tuck into the button. Does pick up his 2 points, and Ryan Deiss will take a 4-3 lead into the 5th end break. Before they get away from the break, Kim Hudson has made her way down to ice level, and we're going to see if we can get a word with Ryan and perhaps find out what's going on with Kaelin.
Well, and just quickly while we wait for Kim, Scott Comfort made a really nice come-around draw in the 4th end to duck behind a corner guard that Brent Geddick wasn't able to get. So Scott was able to score 2 in the 4th.
Ryan making his way down to the far end now, and Kim is there.
Yeah.
Great start.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, like it's been a pretty basic game so far. A lot of hitting going on right now, which is typical for first games. So everybody's trying to get a feel of the ice. So.
Yeah, exactly. Figuring out the ice and the rocks looks pretty good so far, though.
Yeah, no, it's so far so good. So hopefully we can win on the back half too. So
sounds good. I have to ask an obvious question, though. Kaelin.
He got. I think we think he has a little bit of a food poisoning right now. So he was feeling pretty ill. Actually, he just puked just before the game. So.
Well, thanks for getting graphic. We were thinking it was physical, so hopefully that passes quickly.
Yeah, hopefully. So he's like can't sweep obviously right now. So. But.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by SaskTel, Viterra, White Ice at Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, CurlSask, SaskTel Max TV, and Asham Curling Supplies.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Dream big in full color with Apple and SaskTel on Saskatchewan's favorite networks.
Asham Curling Supplies.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Awesome.
Not be better. Yeah. Could be even better.
Want to try it and have some fun? Hurry hard to your local curling center or visit CurlSask.ca to find a curling center
The
near you.
internet's constantly expanding, but you can keep up with unlimited internet. So whatever you like to watch, stream, upload, and share, do it all with unlimited internet from SaskTel.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
'Cause you're here in my house. You're here in my house. Come on in. Bring your friend. Yeah, make yourself at home. Here in my house.
Well, action here in the opening draw, moving along at a brisk pace. We've got most of the games already through the fifth end, and another quick update for you. Susan, Kim?
Matt Dunstone made a really nice shot in the fourth end there. We didn't review that end at all, and that did set up a big steal of 3. Lloyd Fell, the Twin River crew, they had a chance to put a rock on the button for a second point, but was just a little bit heavy, so they counted 1, and Dunstone is leading 6-2 starting the 6th. Over here on the Gaddick team, it was all Scott Comfort here in this game, and Scott was completely buried. I don't think Brent had much of a shot, so Scott has been taking control of this game now with a 5-3 lead with that big steal in the 5th.
Over on sheet 4, we still have a few rocks left to come. A lot of yellows in play. Josh Height was looking at actually making a tight come around and sitting 5, and he just rubbed. So we still have 2 rocks left to come here yet, though, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out.
And back to our feature, we now at least have the answer on what's had Kaelin Deiss
got the graphic
on
answer.
the sideline.
So.
5, 4.
They said possibly food poisoning. I expect they're probably hoping food poisoning. We may already see if by the opening draw it might be elbow bumps instead of handshakes for the rest of the events. As soon as somebody gets sick, that's usually the first thing that happens.
Well, with food poisoning, it tends to be over quickly as opposed to a stomach flu, so you're hoping it's...
If that's what it is, yeah.
Yes, it was good to get that graphic description. All I could think of was I think the ice guys were pretty happy that Kaelin wasn't sweeping.
Yeah.
But again, it does make a big difference. But Ryan isn't an excitable kind of a guy, so they're just taking it all in stride and out there playing their game anyway and managing and coping quite well.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
They're solid.
Whoa.
I liked his answers, though. He said they were playing a pretty basic game. You know, they're all still trying to figure out the ice and rocks, and both teams are just sort of itching to get going, but they haven't got draw weight quite nailed yet, have we? We've seen a lot of rocks slide through the rings that when the skips are trying to get something set up.
That never works.
Well, speaking of getting things set up, there's a hit and a nice roll. It is behind the tee line, but made the nice long roll in behind the corner guard.
You got any of this? A little bit on this
almost
side.
Our split screen.
Final stone about set to come on sheet 4, and we're going to see if we can get that for you.
The
gremlins in the machine, if they cooperate. There we go.
There you go. It will be maybe a shot for 5, but I think they're going to have to lose one of their own in the process. It was that red tight guard is what Ryan Kleider just threw, and it over curled.
7.
Yeah, looks
I'm
like you're
not
all
sure
here.
if they can see what they need to of the back one.
To finish this, or?
As you said, if he can get to the nose, he could play the double red and yellow and get 4. If he can get across the nose, it might be for 5.
I don't know that he can get across the nose.
Yeah,
He just
not a
threw
lot of
this,
room
though.
there,
This
too.
he just haired the one up top, so.
But he does have a chance. He's got more of a chance than what he thought he was going to have if Ryland had put that guard on perfectly. And they just threw this shot, so they know what they have to do to adjust.
In our feature with that last draw coming deep.
All there.
It is Deiss sitting shot rock, but Quinn Hersicorn looking to come around
like
the
back
corner guard again.
I don't think it's in.
She's sliding.
Through. 12-9.
Josh Height definitely with the quiet weight looking to get across the face. If he doesn't, he might not have enough weight to get it out. And that's the danger if you play it trying to get across the face. You throw that quieter weight. It did make contact.
Well, it's been the same.
Not able to get it out. It's a steal of 1.
How's that for a big swing?
I got 9-3.
Right to here.
While if you just play that for the nose hit to get your 4, you play it with normal weight, and it goes easy if you hit what you did just there.
Yeah. They were sweeping that halfway down, too. And not for the curl. Then they switched for the curl. Sorry, did Kaelin throw his rocks this end?
Yep.
He did.
Is he gone? He did throw?
Okay. Might crash that. Ah, bad luck.
I think they touched every rock in play, didn't they?
All right.
Except the one they were going after.
I think we're shot. You got it.
All right, here we go.
10 feet left.
Oh, Kaelin's packing up. He's moving out, I think.
I like it. I like it. That's nice.
Wait's pretty close.
Well, rocks in the back of the house here certainly can set things up nicely for the Jacobsen team. They're certainly not sweeping any of the draws, are they, on this for the
good shot.
on Jason's team? Like, nobody's underthrowing anything yet. They're still sort of adjusting. That must be a great slide surface too.
We got that draw into a pretty good spot, though. It is behind the tee line, but
yeah, a hair deep, but
when you've got last rock, you don't mind playing the end there.
A little light.
No. Oh,
Line's
6.
fine. Got room.
Wait's nice.
Lots of room. Lots. Whoa, Jay. It's got a curl.
Okay, we can wait. It's there. It's all there. It's
right off.
And again, coming this direction,
Nope,
this has
right
been the keener side of the sheet for sure.
Okay.
Comes down and nudges off that stone a little bit, and now I'm not sure if he left enough. Can they pass that by? Looks like they can.
looks like it.
Hey?
Yeah, it's like just about edge to edge. There's a tiny piece covered.
Bump it here.
I think so. Like a 9.5-ish.
Yeah. Heavy draw. Just through.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No.
Nick.
Sweeping from the offside now, trying to get some extra curl.
Keep going.
Makes the tap.
Good, perfect weight control.
Pushes it through the rings, but it does stay in play.
Good sweep.
Looks like that. I don't know if it's any different or
Tap.
any more.
Can I tap it?
Want to go look?
Yeah, probably.
I'll go take a look.
Scott wanting to take a look at it
I
himself.
kind of like freezing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Not really a lot of good things that can happen with a hit.
He's just 2, right?
One at the back.
That's 3, yeah. That's the
one
play.
at the back? Yeah. Is it? Oh no, it's 3rd, I think.
You could afford to bounce it a little if you wanted to.
Don't really want to bounce. Can we just? There's no double.
Actually,
right?
let's just play straight. Just play straight freeze on this side of the rock.
High side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going into our yellow all day.
Yeah. Yeah, but it eliminates this rock.
Why not? Yeah. It's not like you guys are, you're not blocking a whole lot of. Just freeze it on, Jake.
Okay.
Hair high is fine.
Okay.
I'll give you a little less. I had 306. Okay. A little different.
307.
About the same. Can't go.
Yeah. Same weight.
Gotta go.
Where is it? Same weight. Okay, yep. Yes, you gotta go wide.
Scott Manners joining this week on the Longstone here. They want to get right to the face of this. Probably not terribly concerned if they get shot rock or not. They don't want to leave a hit on this. It's going to over curl.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that little bit of a rub, though, I think the yellow's probably buried.
Still got a ton of curl.
Does eliminate the red at the back of the 8-foot, and probably you're not going to see that one on the 12-foot over on the right get brought back into play now either.
No, I don't think so.
But a chance for Jacob Hersicorn to come down, sit on the corner of the yellow that was just thrown, and
yeah,
3 is definitely in play here.
For sure.
Well, it was one of those too. That was sweeping weight too, and they talked about how they
top 8, top 4.
how it got a lot of curl there, but it could just be that weight, that sensitive, that just that 3 feet difference in weight versus throwing it right there.
T plus.
This has got a lot of weight.
To the hard sweep.
Wanted to draw to the corner of the yellow. This is going to tap something.
Yeah, I don't want to bounce. Oh, didn't get to it.
Good. Okay. All right.
But again, that was, back 8, just about pushing back 12-foot weight and didn't get near the same line that they were looking for.
Might have worked out okay for them.
Got just about set up on the side of that yellow.
Didn't mind you. Mind you tapping.
Tapping what?
Double tap.
Tapping what though?
I think what Scott's looking at, you play the double tap to move one red onto the other and move the second red far enough back that it's not shot. And that might be all you have.
That's close. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, no, it's certainly key getting second shot there.
The crappy thing is, even if we make this decent, he has the double, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not for 2. If you hit this a hair high,
are you sure?
You hit it like this, you're rolling away, Ryan, and you're laying 2.
Oh, I think you're touching this yellow rock all day, Scott.
Well, you look at it here.
I'm pretty sure.
You look at it way back here. That's there.
So I think what Scott Manners is looking at, running that red on the corner of the 4-foot back into the middle of those 2 reds and try to get all 3 of them going. And you'd roll the shooter out.
That's there too.
Oh, you need to roll under, right?
And then you double it this way. It's probably better.
His nose is not really all that great.
No, I know. It's a tougher shot, but it
Roll
under is real
out.
good. That's easier than high side. There is a way to hit that.
Well, high side's there, and you end up rolling over there, which is great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Leaves us laying 2.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just the weight, Jay. Like you got to throw it to get that. You might lose the shooter.
Yeah.
If you go high side,
or you might set up a double. So.
And if we go under, we might set up the double. It's your choice. I like both.
I honestly don't mind the
roll under.
Well,
you want to freeze again? If we freeze, he's laying 2. That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, freeze doesn't get you much.
It's up to you, Skip. If you want.
Maybe call a timeout here.
Timeout.
Guess we're gonna see what K. Montgomery has to say.
Call the time, Jay. Let's go.
Oh, let's stay here.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to see it.
I don't think Kaelin's out there anymore, but I wonder if Kaelin can come out for the timeout.
He can, as far as he's a player right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's out here anymore, though.
No, I saw him with the coat on, hanging out by the door on the other end.
You know what we could do, too? I could do this,
we were talking about
sandwich it into there.
Yeah, it doesn't help you, though.
Get rid of 2.
Right, because you're...
Might set up the cross double.
You're bringing this one back in. That's no good.
Hitting and roll under.
But it sort of is already, like, no matter what we're playing over here.
Like that.
Yeah.
Just 2. Yeah. This one's out counting that one, right?
Yeah.
What about this? What about this play?
It's definitely there.
Oh, just punch it in between.
Yeah.
Squeeze it in.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Push this in here.
Yeah. I think that's the play.
You can't see that one.
How?
You can't see any of it.
Yeah, as long as your angle is good. Otherwise it might not be.
Your weight and your line's got to be perfect.
Do you like running the guard in? We haven't talked about that. It's kind of
Gotta be good.
This is
pretty
our
lonely.
saving grace here.
Yeah.
Well, this will, like, your shooter's still gonna beat that, right?
Okay, you got 5 seconds. What do you figure? Draw here?
No, I like this.
Or else you save that for your last and freeze tap on your first.
Yeah. I think we sandwich it now.
Timeout is over.
Kay liked the freeze tap initially.
Yeah.
She was talking about a freeze.
I think let's do this.
The danger with the freeze tap is you don't kill any of the reds and you're going to leave a double.
Yep.
Sure.
We don't do that. He might guard that.
Okay. Well, where do you want the shooter to go?
Oh, it's thin, like you gotta get the shooter over as far as you can.
And this has got to get under. Otherwise,
yeah,
he
just back ring.
Otherwise, he just slams that. Hey.
They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there.
I don't know if Ryan is going to like this as much when he sees what it looks like from the
other end. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say we're going to get a real look at the ice here.
A little fresh, Jay.
Yeah, I know.
Touch more, Scott.
I guess the saving grace here for Ryan Deiss, if you ever rub the guard on this one, it's definitely going to be available in the next one, and it's not like you're going to give Jason a chance to poke it out this way.
Well, and it is your guard too. The shot would be even scarier if that was a red rock up front.
Okay. Oh, 91. Back line. Just through.
Close. Clean it, Jay. Yep.
It's probably the right weight for what he's looking at.
Hard, Jay.
Back 8.
Whoa, we're on the
this
top.
This is really curling.
Yeah, curled hard when it went. Looks like the weight came down too.
Tapped it to a not bad spot. I think he took away the shot that Jason might have had red onto yellow. He can get directly at that yellow, but it's only going on to the reds.
Right.
I mean, that'd be real nice, but I don't know if I can even make that.
That's always such a risk when you go out so wide. You just don't know what that difference in speed is out there. And
here?
Yeah, and especially first game here too. You don't know ice or weight. It's a bit of a guess.
Yeah, that's okay though. Right? If he plays that.
Yeah. If we tuck it more up
yeah,
here.
that'd be alright.
Sure. 'Cause I don't know. He has probably this.
Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at, that he's got a shot to get that yellow into the middle.
Oh, this side. Yeah. Right.
There you can see it. He'll have to play the out-turn draw at it, but
probably.
You'd have to throw like back line.
I like that play here, eh?
So looking at.
I don't know what else you could do.
Yeah.
This should be the curly side, right? So that should get center. That's almost enough, right? Do you like that?
Me too. Life's the miss here when you're sweeping.
Yeah.
Not spraying it deep.
Oh, 8, bite the 4.
Okay. I like it. Speed's the same here.
So Jason Jacobsen here with his first stone in at number 6, sitting 2.
We're there right now.
Line's good.
Wants to put this just right in the top of the 4-foot to sit 3.
Like
And
back 4, back 8.
Oh, we
Ryan
don't
Deiss
have
is going to have a difficult path.
Yeah, except I don't think you want to be heavy here.
Well, they're saying back, but this has been the heavier side of the sheet. We'll see if this comes down.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Shot, Jay.
Oh, you called that one, Sean.
Boy, pretty much right where he tapped the ice.
Exactly where he wanted it.
Even if Ryan Deiss makes that little tap that we were looking at, I don't think he can get any better than third shot right now.
I agree.
What are you throwing, normal?
Yeah, I'll throw.
So looking at eliminating here a few.
This is really dangerous. If you
Yeah, I
hit that
see
first
that
one
too.
thin and put it into the side of the red,
Yep.
you could be giving up 5 here.
What's that?
I'm fine with that.
But you just can't think about that in the hack. It takes a lot of training to just sit and concentrate on aim for that red part that you can see and try not to think of the worst case outcome.
I'm just surprised that you didn't look at any other options. Like, isn't the short run on the yellow, don't you get a double or maybe a triple on the reds? The yellow that he tapped into to the front of the 8-foot with his last one.
Firm. Whoa. Close.
This
Off.
is still backing
right, no,
away
no,
a little
no,
bit.
No. Not at all. Go, Jake. Jesus.
Oh, boy. That's a 6.
Just was not.
Exactly.
And Jason Barnhart said it right. If Jacobsen wants to go for it, there's a shot there for 6, but he's got a free draw for 5.
I think I'd go
take the open draw
for 5.
Yeah.
You get rid
just
of
draw.
It's just a draw for 5, right?
Yeah.
But we can take a little extra, so I don't have to flirt with that, right? Should be the same. Like here.
But that yellow sitting at the top of the 12 foot, if he had just hit it on the nose.
Yeah, he would have eliminated a couple.
He would have at least eliminated a couple, if not 3.
I don't think they even looked at that.
No, he rushed that call for sure.
It's okay, hair, more ice.
Same weight's good.
Yeah. I think it should be just as nice here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Weight's good.
I like it. I think it's there. Whoa, off.
No, weight's good.
Whoa.
Line's good. Weight's good.
Whoa.
Weight's pretty close. Keep it clean.
Okay, line's good.
Yep. Can't hurt it.
Jason Jacobsen with his final stone here. The 6th in needs 8 foot to pick up a big 5. And he's got the weight. We'll put it right on the top of the button. So put 5 on the board for Jason Jacobsen. He takes an 8-4 lead into the 7th end.
Dream big in full color with Apple and SaskTel on Saskatchewan's favorite networks.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Well, going hard for the steal in the 6th end. Lloyd Fell's team, his last shot just bounced out into the open, allowing Matt Dunstone an open hit for 2 and a big commanding 8-2 lead playing the 7th end. It's all been Scott Comfort here in the 6th end. I missed Frank Geddick's last shot, but it was all yellow, and he ended up giving up a steal of 3. So clearly
There is that last
there.
shot, just rolled out.
So that's an 8-3 lead for the Medina crew.
So maybe a little bit of the same thing going on sheet 3. We see they picked up the weight,
Yeah.
but just ran a little straight on him and not able to make
Exactly
the nose
like
hit.
you said, we're still figuring out ice here in the first draw. Over on the Clyder Height game, Josh Height just had a draw for 3, so after a few missed opportunities, the Height team capitalized there, and that score is much closer now, 5-4. So quite a turnaround here when you get a big end on our sheet.
Kaelin Deiss no longer throwing either. It's Jason Barnhart.
He might be throwing up after the 5, but
might be throwing something, yes.
Yep, finisher. Yep, keep going. Sweet.
Well, as deflating as it is, you just sort of have to gather the wits and say, you know, it's a 10-end game. This isn't an 8-end Bonspiel. We've still got 4 ends to get back into this. So, you know, if we can come back and at least answer with a 2, even a 3 would be great. But it's not over yet, and Jason Jacobson's team is well aware of that also, but it's hard to do. You've just given up 5. That hurts, but you've got 4 ends to try to work through something here.
Yeah, exactly. 5 rock rule will give you a few opportunities, I think, too.
That helps.
Let's go this way.
One more.
Well, and already, you know, with Deiss, he's not looking at 2 red rocks on the center line either. Even though they're in the rings, they are off the center. So right about now, anything kind of
you're gonna have to finish
helps.
that a little. Okay.
Does give them the chance to throw the second corner, knowing that they're going to be able to make a play on something in the rings.
Right.
Jason can't guard both of them.
Not quite. But maybe.
Going to be a lot of rocks in play soon.
Yeah, not looking to guard anything here. You got to be a little bit careful not
Or you
to
want
leave.
to go this way?
Same as just second.
Doesn't matter.
Probably this way. Same as the second one.
T-line.
Got to be a little careful here not to leave a triple.
Well, I know, you know, you look at scoreboards up 4 points, you really don't want to put a rock up front, but this brings the rock into play and gives potentially a shot to hit roll behind the corner guard.
Yep.
Point's good.
Yep.
I think he might have got that one going just a little bit. It's curling early.
Ready? Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Good. Nice shot.
Nicely done.
That's the nice tap.
Yeah, I like those.
Oh, you tap and roll under? Yeah.
Or do you want to roll under?
Roll under?
Run into, we're good.
Good.
Either way. No,
Yeah, we can do that. I don't mind that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is he going to make
Do I
it through?
care?
Back line?
Yeah. Back line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just looking at moving things around a little, moving them to the back. I was laughing at the Hersecorn boys there. Guess they decided they do like those rocks. They're, you know, first game they're still figuring out rocks and everything else and trying to decide what they like and what they don't like.
I mean, we can always hit
the way everything's running. Just learning.
Weight's good.
Okay, line's good.
It's not just the teams out on the ice that are learning. I see a few coaches of some of the other teams sitting off to the side. And the binoculars are out.
Yeah. Seeing what numbers they're throwing, who's throwing what. Well, as we said, these are new rocks. No one knows a whole lot. They're all in the same boat here. Trying to figure them out.
Okay. Okay. Enough.
Not exactly what they had in mind, but the shooter does end up mostly behind cover.
Yeah, it doesn't work out too bad.
Yeah, or if you roll out, that's fine. Just roll right out.
So they're going to look to run the guard back and take that one on the edge of the 8 foot as well, but as you heard, the rollout is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you know, scoreboard dictated. Make something yellow go away here. You'd hate to just run this by that stone and leave it guarded.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Makes the hit, drives it high, but does get the shooter.
What, you can't just stop?
Well, out of the way. It's not going to be all the way out of play, though.
Right there. I think I pulled my grind, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Or you like this?
No, I like that.
Okay.
The center line. Right on center. Yeah.
Which one are we hitting?
Pack, just kill this red. Yeah.
Okay.
A little heavy.
All right, hair up, little up.
Room.
Yep.
Clean it, Jay.
Easy.
Just clean. Whoa.
Easy. Look hot. Look hot.
Yeah, a little hot.
Okay.
Makes the nose hit, stays right there. It is still Jacobsen sitting 2. But 2 yellows in there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks exactly like that's going to move that way too. So
I don't think we can jackhammer it off the backside.
Yeah, hard to
so
move it
just-
into
yeah,
the
that's
yellow.
what I was wondering. Yeah. Jackhammer it. That's a term I haven't heard.
What kind of way do you throw?
That's normal, right?
They don't use that term a lot in
Okay.
seniors women's curling.
Yeah.
No, it tends to be more Jack Daniels. It's sort of.
Hard! 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 Yep! Okay, good. It's fine.
Makes the hit stays right there. They were hoping to move those red a little closer, but
Same weight?
Same
it
weight?
is Jacobsen sitting 3.
3. Yeah.
What? That's soft?
No, it was good.
Cleaning for sure.
Stay hairless!
Gotta go then. Hard, Jay.
Yeah, hard J! Really gotta go!
Keep going, bud.
Really gotta go!
Hard.
Scott Manners a little less weight on this one, and
Out that one.
able to hold the line to get by the
Okay,
guard.
that works.
Does pass it through the back and holds the shooter.
Some
We got
good
one
sweeping by the lonely sweeper.
In behind cover even with that shooter. Not the
Yeah.
not the cover they were looking to get, but they'll take it.
I'm really like grouping them all there.
Yep.
Normal. Touch more.
Clean.
Little firm.
Whoa!
Whoa. Nose is good.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Don't jam it.
Okay, good.
Good. Okay.
That went the other way. Patrick, you want to go?
No.
Well, decision time now for Ryan Deiss. Do you start looking for doubles now? He's got a couple of hit and roll opportunities available, the one that he's looking at. He could also hit and roll off the one that was just thrown and roll in between the two reds.
What do you want? This or this? This?
Yeah, starting
Just when you
to.
gotta roll here.
So,
He's at that point now where you want to start grouping stones to have a
Yeah,
chance for a double.
to bring that other one into play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
10.
But you don't have to start playing doubles just yet. Those 3 stones aren't going to be that far apart.
Control.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
So looking for the hit and roll onto the corner here.
Yep, go, Jay.
Yep.
Yep, yep,
Again,
yep.
you see the
Yep, roll it.
switching of sides to get a little bit extra curl. Does come across and bump that red, but that's left room
Yeah.
to tap it between the 2 reds, and Jason Jacobsen could still sit 3.
Probably want to roll to the center to avoid that, or no? I don't know.
Okay, this
I
is
guess
really
if-
bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. Hey? Sure.
He's gonna have to try and make that.
Yeah.
But
Okay, normal there or what? Sure. Normal.
They talked a little bit about a,
Like dead
a
nose
tiny
or
roll to the
just
outside, but I
roll
think
hair to the
dead
right,
nose looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think the reasoning for that was that they don't jam at the back,
Yeah.
but the dead jam at the back still leaves them sitting 3, and as you said,
and no doubles, no easy
exactly.
doubles for sure.
Yeah.
And then even if Ryan does hit and roll right underneath, it's a really short run on the red one.
Yep.
Because I think that's what they're expecting Ryan to do, is hit and try to roll over.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's probably the best shot he's going to have left.
That's good.
Good.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What do you think?
I'm thinking my initial shot was double in the roll because you could bring that rock back in. That's
Actually,
tough.
that's a good call. I don't mind that, Scott.
There's
That's
that
fair.
line again.
There for
What are
sure,
you
we know the
thinking?
path.
I think I'd
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to be
I think
red.
I'd like to be shooting red. That's what I was thinking too, because they didn't say anything.
For a miss,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you'll be sitting.
I like this call.
I think so, too.
I think you made the that's the right play.
Did he throw me?
Normal. I gotta throw normal here.
Yeah, okay. So thick half.
Yeah, he's going to try to get the
Where were
double
you
in the
here?
roll. He has to throw the normal weight. It's a long roll to get behind
Make the roll
cover.
behind the yellow.
I think so. It'll go.
Make the roll, make the double and roll behind the yellow.
In turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hit and roll just underneath the stone that was delivered by Jason
kind of weight
is the easier
nice
shot
normal.
to make,
Okay.
but as Susan said, that's such a short run back.
Yeah.
And you really, at this level, you don't expect that rock to be missed. So you got to play a little tougher shot to make it tougher on the opposition.
Yep. Hard Jay.
Oh!
Yes. 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 Yes.
Makes the hit.
Right over goal, G. Oh,
Gets
oh,
the
oh,
second
oh, no,
stone
no.
out.
Now,
Now-
where did it
Shot
stop?
right.
shot.
Oh, great shot.
Pretty much dead behind cover.
Yeah.
That you couldn't have carried that one down any better.
Yeah, nicely done.
Theirs was curling pretty good that way.
Well, we'd already had some play out to the wings, and they've learned how much it curls there. Ryan had said before he went down to throw, it'll go here, and he had great rotation on that. That certainly wasn't a soft release by any stretch. So they've gone to school earlier in the game on the corner, going out to the corners, and it's paid off there.
You like that?
It's a tough sweep call, too, because early Scott Manners had to call that with only maybe a quarter of the rock. Like, he had to really believe and commit onto that curl, and really
One more
great
look at
sweep
it
call.
coming in here. You can see just how thin he is hitting this to make that long of a roll. He hit about a half a rock. And it is that rotation you talked about, Susan, that he was able to get enough action to get all the way across the house in behind cover.
Yeah, because so often on those hit and rolls, we sort of wait till we've got a lot of the rock, like we make sure that we're hitting something, and by then it's too late, it would have over curled. So really well done by Scott on that call.
Take a look. It's not curling yet.
We're there right now. Ooh. Hasn't moved yet.
Jason Jacobsen, chance to come and sit on the corner of that stone, but this, again, the keener side of the sheet, and again, we see a player throw that little bit too much weight, and it's going to slide too deep. Didn't get the line they were looking for. So Ryan Deiss does get a chance to make his hit for two.
That's a fast spot.
Actually, I don't like that center. Let's go on this side. Yeah.
Thank you.
Boy, if you needed the
Let's
3
go
to
board.
tie in the
Okay.
10th end, you know, you'd actually have a bit of
This
a
board, Scott.
soft shot double here.
You're good. You're good right there.
Okay.
Back.
Just
Board.
clean it, Jay.
Board.
Clean. Easy.
Well, Ryan
Yeah,
Deiss,
go, Jake.
before he went down the
You
other
got
end,
it.
said he
You
didn't
got
like the center line.
Shot right.
That one ran on him a little bit, but does come up enough to get the nose hit. He does pick up his 2 points and closes the gap a little bit. It'll be Jason Jacobsen with an 8-6 lead in last rock when we come back.
As Canada's grain industry leader, Viterra and its employees are connected to their communities across Western Canada. Through its community investment program, Viterra supports a wide variety of causes and initiatives, including those focused on sports and recreation that encourage teamwork, integrity, and high performance. These same values guide Viterra's employees when providing farm customers with trusted advice and quality service. Viterra is a proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Dream big in full color with Apple and SaskTel on Saskatchewan's favorite networks.
We've got all kinds of highlights for you here as we come back. Susan and Kim, you've got the details.
Well, from my vantage point, it looked like Lloyd Fell made a tremendous double in the 7th end there, top 12 to back 12 foot, stuck it for 2 points, narrowed that score to 8-4 to play the 8th. Scott Comfort on his last one made a really nice removal of a mostly frozen Gedex stone and forced Brent here to look at 2 with no chance of the double. So Brent hit and stayed for 1, 8-4 there. Scott Comfort playing the 8th end with hammer.
Over here on sheet 4, there was an exchange of great shots by the skips. This is the last shot coming in here. This is Ryland's second time that he's drawing to the button this end. And you'll see it coming in here. He had to cover the pin. Great team effort here.
I think it was against 3. It was hard to tell from where we were sitting whether it was 2 or 3. Definitely
I
2.
think it was 3. Yeah. But he was sitting 1 at one point. Josh made an angle run in, and then Ryland did it again. So fantastic game over here on sheet 4 by the young guys.
I like the veteran move there by Trent Kelly Knapp, even though it was the opposition shot. Did you watch how hard they watched that rock go into the button to see what the slide path was like, what the weight was, so that if that's their shot that they have to sweep the next end, they've just learned that much more. So even though it went against them, they were watching very closely how that rock finished up. Great sweep judge, though, by the Clyder team.
Yeah, it was.
Good sweep. Oh, it's still curling.
I think so. Sweet. 1, 3. Okay.
Can't see it. Yeah, let's go.
Do you want to go shorter?
Yeah, I'm okay with this being 3.
Okay.
He's got to go rings. He can't peel for a couple more.
Okay.
The hair more, AJ. Just the hair.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
You got lots of room. You're good. Line's real good.
3.
Line's fine.
Yeah, weight's good.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Room.
Okay, you're by, Scott. You're by.
I know, but I gotta get a 3.
Okay.
Gotta make sure we're 3.
Yep. Okay, you're good. Sweep, Scott.
Yeah, that's a good shot, Jay. Shot, Jay.
Unable to peel those stones yet in the free guard zone, so Jason Jacobsen asking Nick Neufeld to come to the corner again.
6.
Line's good.
6.
Line's good.
8th end, you have to think the Deiss team, I was going to say foursome, but there's only a 3-seam there
Yeah.
now. The Deiss team into hard steel mode now, I think.
I would think so, yeah.
That's good.
I was also just thinking with the way we sweep, the way the game has changed, and they have the one sweeper most of the time. No disrespect to Kaelin, but sometimes throwing 3 and 3 rocks each and only having one sweeper isn't that much of a disadvantage.
Yeah, there have been some teams that have looked at it that way, but
yeah.
I think the only disadvantage you have is when you're doing that switching. That having a jump from one side to the other is...
Some people are pretty good at that.
Yeah, you're still going to lose a few brush strokes there.
Maybe.
Actually, go here. Just control.
Okay.
Give me the end.
What are we playing?
Double?
No, just play the roll.
Okay. Control.
Well, if they're looking at the hit and roll here, I would say they've not hard steel.
Yeah.
We'd like to
wrong on that.
We'd like to steal, but we don't want to give you 3.
Yeah.
Firm. Little firm.
Clean. Yep. Hard shot. Whoa.
No.
Sorry, Scott.
In between her. Weight's good.
And now that was the 5th stone of the end, so guards
know what's
can be
coming.
peeled now.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying if you wanted hard steel, you had to come around there because you knew the next call was going to be the peel.
Yes.
And there is a little bit of angle there. Quinn Hersicorn with a
the-
chance to get them both.
You're going to see it right now.
Hard, Nick. Hard. Rollers. Okay. Good.
Well, it gets both of them moving off the center line at least, but leaves a couple of guards up.
Yeah. Opportunities.
Okay. I like right there.
I don't think Brian looks certain himself that he wants to play this, and I don't blame him. I'm not sure what you do here.
15.
But
Yeah, gotta clean that for sure.
yeah, what's your other option?
Exactly.
Straight!
But you're playing this end where Jason would like to play it.
Totally.
You know,
Yep, gotta go.
Yep, stay on her. Come on. Little kiss. Little kiss wouldn't be bad. Okay.
Okay, not
fine.
enough, eh? That's that one. It was light on that, the first one going away again.
I think they're referring to the rock.
Yeah, in this case, it sounds like it's the rock you're thinking
Yeah.
about, not the
ice
spot so much. That should have been what we've been referring to as the keener side.
About a quarter.
You got it. I don't know what he said.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Quinn Hershcorn looking to remove the guard, and if he can bring the shooter across, might be able to move one of those other yellows, but it'll go over the top and out of play. Leaves all the remaining stones on that same corner.
Straight draw again.
Four shot?
Yep.
It's not an
Straight.
uncomfortable
Almost
spot
the
for the
same,
Jacobsen team
No.
at all.
I think so.
No, they're liking this for sure.
Ryan Deiss kind of forced into a corner here. He's got to play that spot. Doesn't want to give them a chance. Can't open it up. Can't give them the chance for the blank. So you've
Through more. Yeah.
got to play the whole end behind the corner and hope
Lines,
for
we
the
got lots
force.
of
Keelan.
Oh, room. Lots of room.
Top four. Let curl first.
Okay.
Oh.
Full
Line's
there.
good, Jay. Line's good, Jay. Line will be good, Jay.
Yep.
Finish it. Yep.
No, no.
Yep.
Line
Yep.
only.
Yep.
Line.
Yep. Go
Hard
now.
line.
Go
Hard
now.
line. Go, go.
Okay, now you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
How's that for a good shot, though?
The other thing here you've got going on is that for the start of this game, and I think it was 6 ends that Kaelin played, everybody was throwing the 2 stones they started with, and
think so.
Scott said it was the number 1, so I think
The
what they've
hair
decided
high.
to do is
Yeah.
Scott's got the number 1, and I would presume
Well,
then that
either
Jason
way
is throwing the
gets
number
it,
2,
but
and then they're
yeah.
throwing the regular pair.
That's best.
So he's got 1 stone that he's only thrown a couple of times
Yeah,
now.
good point. That's what Kay's figuring out, too.
So it's quite possible that the 1 and 2 are an evenly matched pair, but maybe the 1 doesn't match the 5 and 6 that he's also throwing.
Yeah, could be.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Well, makes the peel on the guard, but drives it by everything in the house.
2.
Yeah.
Same line as that.
Throw in the guard.
Just
Just
a hair short
replacing.
of Sastel.
Okay.
You saw as he was showing the line, it's the yellow stone and the 12 foot he's looking to guard, the one that could be run back for a straight back double. He's not too worried about the piece that's sticking out on shot stone. That would be just enough to jam it into the red.
Got room.
1, 2.
Okay.
Keep this thing alive.
Gonna have to finish.
Okay.
Go, Jay.
Really gonna have to finish
Go,
this.
go,
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Had to pull off a lot of weight to make the guard,
That
and
does it. It's good.
Okay.
did it curl enough? Looks like
Yeah, I
it did.
think so.
Just got her there. Good.
don't know whether Jason's lining up
You
to
got
come
half?
by, or is he
Yeah.
he's looking to come by, I guess.
You need at least, you need half to make this. You want to just do this?
Yeah, certainly doesn't look
That's not
from
bad.
this angle. You can see that.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure which way he's looking at playing the guard. Is he going to play the guard into it?
It's good if we make it.
I
Which
think he is.
I think so. Yeah, it's one of those. It's good if you make it.
Actually, if you could do
I
this
think we
again,
nose it. Yeah.
that's probably best. Okay.
I think if we nose it, it comes off of that one.
So definitely looking to run it into something yellow this time. In the rings.
Whoa. Ready? Whoa!
Nope.
Whoa!
Makes the hit, but it's going to drive it just by everything, and I don't think the shooter rolled very far either.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the danger in trying to run it straight back.
That's the play. Worst case scenario, if you...
I think that's the play.
Yeah, we got a steal here. We don't have to force him. No. You don't want to throw it. I guess what's the pro side of this? What's the pro side?
Well, we got wide 2 buried, and then maybe you get, if he misses his next one, he's looking at 3.
Okay. For whatever reason, Rye, if it's here, it's not awful.
It's not awful. No, you're right. That's not awful either. But I think we try to get to the nose.
It's there.
You can go here last, actually. Yeah.
Well, the good news for Jason Jacobsen is the 4-foot's wide open.
Yeah.
And nothing on that side of the rings that you have to negotiate.
Trying to cut it down here a little bit.
I will disagree with him, though, that if he leaves it corner frozen on his own at the top, I think that is pretty awful. I think you might see all of them go away if you do that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Depending on how corner frozen it is, but...
Yeah, still good. Okay.
I think you have to get a tuck a piece here. And you could come right down onto the face of your own
15.
and you'd be
Line's
golden.
real good, Jay. That's good. Clean and...
Wait's nice.
Yep.
Clean it out. Keep it out there. Stay down, Jay.
Gonna need to go for weight.
Yes!
What do you got?
Yes!
Just there.
Room!
No, stay down. Go, Jay. Go. Line's tight. Real tight. Go.
Well, that's pretty good, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think that's going anywhere.
Yeah. Touches ours, eh?
We're gonna be close.
Should I just move that a bit or what? Stay here?
Then he probably noses it. I think it goes by.
Does it? Any point? Yeah, then we can
Almost looks like it might go by that back one.
I don't think that's gonna drag.
I agree. I think it might, but it's tough to make that and keep the red on top of the yellow.
Yeah, without your red rolling off.
Yes, enough to push it here.
Yeah. What happens if you throw hack and just kind of...
Yeah, if I stick it, I'm good.
So he has to hit that, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
I like that.
Just gotta make sure we get rid of
We
this.
think right here for hack?
Sure.
So the thought now, they're playing hack weight, try to kill the back one. The top one's not going to go very far. Shooter will roll across, then hoping that they're left with a double for their last one.
Hack. Hit the one he just threw and stick in the 4-foot.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Ready?
No! No!
Whoa!
Yep! Yep!
Yeah!
Hard!
Yeah!
Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Makes the tap. It did touch that stone and touched it far enough that I don't think it's still third.
Oh.
No, I don't think so either.
We're lying 3, I think we're hitting.
Nose?
Yeah. Nose is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we're second and third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Control?
just board. That same way I threw last then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
That might have surprised them as well. They seemed pretty certain that was going to go by.
Yeah.
Fine right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
We're 2 and 3, so nose
Kinda
is
weight.
really nice. Just same way as I threw last then.
Let's board. Just nice board. Okay. Clean.
Yeah,
Hair
clean.
more than last.
Yes, clean.
Yep,
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Keep
Yep.
going, Jay.
Yes.
Yep. You got her. Yep, right to it. You got no. That's good. Shot right.
Makes the hit, stays right there. Jason Jacobsen now
Bumper control.
have to make a play on that stone. If he can stay in the 4-foot, pick up his single point.
Well, the good part is you just saw how to make that shot, which is always a little bit reassuring. It would have been interesting if he would have rolled over a little bit to the side 8 foot.
It's the exact same weight you're sure going away. It's 11-1.
Yeah, I was...
You're making sure.
Yeah, it was a little different throw than the other one, though.
Yeah, Ryan talking about he's just a little softer on that one. Great sweep by Jason to hold it for the nose.
Clean. Don't jump that. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Depends on his weight, I guess.
Whoa!
This is still running very straight. He's got a lot of weight on this as well. Makes the hit. This is going to roll, and it's going to roll way too far. It's a steal of 2, and we're all tied up after 8 ends.
For sure? Yeah. I think it's 2. You do what you want.
Well, they might measure. I thought it was 2. Scott thinks it's 2.
I think it's 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
And Jacob concedes it is 2, so we're all tied up after 8 ends of play. Jason Jacobsen will keep last rock into the 9th.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
The internet's constantly expanding, but you can keep up with unlimited internet. So whatever you like to watch, stream, upload, and share, do it all with unlimited internet from SaskTel. The internet's constantly expanding, but you can keep up with unlimited internet. So whatever you like to watch, stream, upload, and share, do it all with unlimited internet from SaskTel.
No shortage of scoring here in Draw 1 from the Tankard. We'll quickly get you up to date with all of these Draw 1 games. Susan Kim.
Lloyd Fell made Matt Dunstone look at 3 perfectly placed rocks in the rings there where he couldn't nose hit anything for the 1. He tried the triple and only got 2 and gave up a steal of 1 to make that game 8-5. And I missed what happened here, but
I don't think Carey did, so we might have a look at what happened.
I don't know if Scott was forced or if he had something, but he'd be happy with 1 point in the 8th end and that big 9-4 lead there in the 9th end.
Not able to cue that one up, so
sorry about that, folks.
Over on sheet 4, Josh made a nice hit and roll in to get his 1 point. And here it is. Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't a hit and roll. It was a angle run tap. Just like that. Pretty simple.
Well, that's
this
a game
has, yeah, and this game has been a great game. There's been shots like that, shot after shot after shot. So, give Kleider the advantage now. 1 up with playing 9.
We're 5, 6.
Okay, he's 5. He's 5.
6.
Whoa, hold on. Whoa, better stop. Better stop.
Well, a big swing here in our feature game.
Yeah.
With that rollout by Jason Jacobsen in the last end, and you know he's shooting to go up 3, playing 9, and now suddenly tied up.
Yeah, some pretty major swings happening.
Okay, so I gotta give you a hand.
We have we're behind the scoreboards here at the odd end, so we can't see the time clocks. I do know that we are behind the other sheets that are going on out here, but not terribly so. So I imagine time isn't an issue.
You got weight.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta go line.
I got
gotta
weight.
go line. Always, Scott, you got her. Hard to get by.
I'm grinding in here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Chop.
I lost the weight. All right.
Okay.
Well, another stone down that heavier side and comes up short.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, line's good. Line's good.
5.
Whoa.
Dick Neufeld here looking for the come around. Still a lot of rocks to come in this 9th end, and You don't want to jinx anybody, but ladies, you've both been in this situation. You get down a little bit early, you have to work so hard to get back into the game. You finally get back to a tie game, and how many times do you see it where the next end just everything goes against you because you've been so focused. Now you take that little bit of a breath when you've finally got tied, and here we see it is early in the end, but Jason Jacobsen with perhaps a chance to get a big end back here.
Well, certainly two probably better position stones here in this end from Nick as compared to the last end, and
Good
that's
setup.
making a big difference right here.
Forcing the Deiss team into a little bit of a defensive shot here early in the end. Looking to run that back, runs it by the two stones in the rings, and the shooter's going to roll over for a wide corner guard.
Just while Jason is thinking about this, I'll just give you a quick update on the Fell Dunstone game. They are playing quite quickly, and they're third of the way through the 10th end here, but Lloyd Fell put in a freeze on his last one, forcing Matt Dunstone on a cold draw to the button, and Matt was heavy to the back forefoot, so there was another steal there on the 9th, so it's 8-6 for Matt Stone coming home in 10.
Can. Okay.
That was my first thought. I like either. You have to bump those eventually though, so it's the easiest double in the world.
Yep. Okay, whoa then. Whoa. 3-4. Whoa then. Still.
Looking here to play the center guard with Last Rocket.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I'm
it was an
never
interesting
a fan
call.
of this call.
Yep.
It's not where it's going though. Does look like draw weight is fooling them in places though. Both teams not really a handle on
I like that weight.
whether it's the weight or the stones or just still figuring it out or different paths. I'm not sure.
You know,
Just straight up execution. Yeah.
Definitely a chance to get all three of these to go away. I'm not sure you can't make the triple end roll behind cover.
Looks close.
Nice weight. Off. Normal. Off.
Looks like he might be a little full there. He's got to get to the inside of this stone if he's going to make all three of them go away.
Yeah, roll it away.
It's close.
Roll the yellow away.
Stayed a little bit too much on the outside of it, and that's going to leave two of them.
I just can't figure these out. Like, I thought that was good. I thought that was good too. That one stood really good. Yep.
According to the players, they think the weight issue might be the rocks a little bit.
Top four.
Hey, what's there?
There.
Line's pretty good.
T-line.
Curl a bit. Whoa then.
T.
Whoa.
Yeah, maybe T.
Whoa.
Really coming down.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Good. Boy.
That's pretty good.
Great movement in that spot. He had a ton of room by the guard, and there it is. You can see it at the top forefoot. Almost
Guess
dead
we
buried.
make this one.
Yep.
Same weight.
Same weight.
Ryan Deiss in a little bit of trouble here. Needs a double to get out of it.
Maybe I
Hard line.
Doesn't
hard
mind
line.
seeing Jason
Gotta go.
Jacobsen score, but doesn't want to give him three.
Hard J.
Love to hold him to one.
Hard J. Yep, right to it.
Makes the hit, but this one's going to jam a little too solid and leaves second shot at the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, they called for that right away. I think Scott must have just slid a little tight on that and didn't get the two removed.
I guess, eh? You want a timeout?
Sure.
Timeout.
So the Jacobsen team going to call timeout, talk about where they want to put this next stone. The trouble they've got is that that second shot stone at the back forefoot now, there's a hit and roll behind on it. It could actually take away the whole end on you. But how do you deal with that?
That's good unless I'm here.
Yeah, that's bad. If we hit this one, though, we're leaving them that all day.
Should be somewhat open. Should be open. Yeah, is he going to be able to throw that much away?
Yeah. That's fine.
We can do that. If it goes there, then we do that.
Yeah. You like that? So you can be...
We've got our first final right
Well,
next door on sheet 3.
Scott Comfort was just on fire today. He made some huge shots and another big one in 9. Just got past a guard to sort of squash any help there or hope there for the Gaddick team. Brent missed his draw, looking at 3 in the top 8 foot, and they shook hands at the final 12-4 score for the Wadena crew. Scott Comfort.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are looking at coming around that top one, but I agree with you, Sean. They make a little tap and roll, and they can take it all away on that back forefoot.
That definitely is the stone causing them the problem right here. There's a shot off of it. Of course, they could also freeze that top one and take a lot of the end away, so they're playing to take that one away first.
Yeah.
They do have to be careful not to leave a double. I heard them talk about there's a couple of places they could put this that wouldn't be so good.
Right.
Where?
And this looks heavy.
Okay, ready? Quinn, yep.
So I think they're playing off their own now.
Whoa, yep.
Yeah.
Hard, hard.
Here's the audible.
And didn't
Just
get
like
by the
that.
front one.
Yeah. Maybe not yet, eh?
Well, the
I don't mind the
saver
freeze
for the Jacobsen team,
I like the hit.
there's no double and roll.
Nope.
Yeah.
Either or.
Normal control, whatever you like.
And you'd be tough. You'd
Okay.
be
I
hard
don't
pressed
know
to
that
get
there's...
undercover.
I don't think you can get under.
8-8.
That's the good thing for the Jacobsen
So you
team.
make the double, I guess.
I think so.
Little up. Firm.
Off.
It's got to hit
Nothing
fairly
yet.
close to the nose to get the back one.
No. Close.
Yep.
Looking for a little extra curl. Makes the hit, does catch the back stone. Sits shot rock for now. Well, how greedy do you want to be here? If you play for the roll behind cover, you bring the 3 back into play, but if you're behind the tee line and they make the corner freeze, the whole end could go away again. Looks like that's what they're playing,
I think they're playing that.
Ready?
Could opt to try to roll to the outside as well.
That was
And
kind of the
that
option
might be
that I
the
was
that might be what they're playing on plan B
keeping
here.
away from the middle as long as you could.
And then you end up right on the nose.
Yeah.
It's really flat for a double.
But if you move it, Ryan, it's really good. You know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
think you could weasel right under here,
Okay.
Scott.
Yeah.
Just control.
Still board here if you want.
No, I kind of like a little bit of weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really good.
Here's where we get to have a little fun for the first time this week. You're tied up playing 9.
Oh, here
If
we
you're
go.
Jason Jacobsen, it comes down to a shot where you could give up a steal of 1.
Yeah. Or take your one.
Or take one. Do you
Which
just give
one?
up the steal and keep last rock coming home?
Yeah. I don't have an answer for that. I think every individual team will have a different answer. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if any team would give up the lead on purpose.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if you believe that, in other situations, if you say that with the 5 rock free guard zone, I'd rather have last rock down
I'd rather
1
get
coming
2.
home,
And, yeah.
then really, if you're going to back that up, you should give up the steal of 1. And the way this end is shaping up, that could be the choice.
Hair up. Little up. Clean. Little firm. Whoa, Jay.
Well, this has still got a long ways to curl if he's going to get that roll, though.
Yep, yep. Give
Nose
it a rip.
it.
We're rolling a little bit. Okay, okay, good twist.
This way?
Yes.
Giving up 2 is not the option.
Well, he's not going to be able to get underneath,
it
but
should roll off the back of that one, if anything, right?
if he's off the back a little bit, it'll be too flat to have any shot at a double.
Yeah, but I think we gotta go make sure it rolls,
I
right?
think even if you roll to there, that's a tough double.
Okay. You like control there?
So he's tightened up the ice from where he's trying to hit and stick to that one end, or trying to hit and stick against the steel that he gave up. So he's
there you can see the clocks behind them. Both teams probably going to be under 4 minutes when this end is completed.
And
both have used a timeout already.
Right, that's what I was trying to see.
Right.
Yep. Hard.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Looking for the hit and roll to the outside. Gets the hit, does nudge off that yellow and back enough that that's a really flat double.
Weights.
Yeah, that's
this is
pretty
that same
flat.
Spot, right?
Yeah.
Just roll here.
Okay.
I don't think, or you think that doubles there? That's doubles pretty hard.
It is.
Let's make the roll.
Are you throwing control?
Normal.
Yeah.
So just playing the hit and roll.
Looking to roll all the way across and in behind that red stone.
Okay.
If he makes it just perfect, he'll be shot rock buried, and Jason will have to make that decision we were just talking about.
Totally. I'd like to see it.
Same way here, more.
Whoa. Clean. Just clean it, Jay. Clean it, Jay.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Go. Hard.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Off. Touch.
Makes
Touch
the
it,
hit.
baby.
Should come
Roll
off the
comes
back
across,
like
touches
that.
the back end, and sits for shot rock, corner of the button.
Yeah, I think you can see enough of it. Yeah, there you go.
Still,
Make
it's
us play
very
for 2.
I was taking here
tricky little
for
shot, though.
those draws that were basically ending up there. You like that?
You have to back 8?
Yeah.
Because we've
Well, I
seen
think
where if
that's
you pick
max
your weight
still,
up
or
just
what?
a little bit too much,
I
it
think that's pretty
will
good.
stay straight and just scoot right past there. Brings it down too much, he's going to rub off his own red. Just roll in for the 1.
Back 8. Wondering whether that was max ice or just good. That should be good. Once it gets near center.
Talking himself into it.
Yep.
Hard.
Called on early.
Easy.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Where is it?
Whoa. Nick.
Nick.
Still got a lot of room.
Nick.
Now
Hard,
it's
Nick.
starting to come.
Ain't got nothing.
I think this is going right by. Well, that spot
Yeah.
fooled them because they did jump the sweep early, but it goes
Yeah.
right by, and it's a steal of 1 for Ryan Deiss. He'll take the lead coming home.
White Ice, the ice paint people, set out to develop a very specific ice paint product that would satisfy the needs of the professional ice maker in both hockey and curling. White Ice was successfully formulated and tested, and distribution began in 1988 and has since expanded their line of products and services to meet the needs of today's professional ice makers. White Ice is distributed by Eastside Paint and Wallpaper in Saskatoon, who is also a signature Benjamin Moore paint dealer. White Ice and Eastside Paint and Wallpaper, defining the game.
Dream big in full color. with Apple and SaskTel on Saskatchewan's favorite networks.
We've got a couple of finals now to tell you about here in Draw 1, and a couple of games still to be decided. Susan, Kim?
Matt Dunstone third, Braden Muscowie made a big running double guard on a buried rock to sort of take away any hope that Fell had to steal 2. So it's fairly simple, and Matt Dunstone not having to throw his last rock. Final score 8-6, and Matt Dunstone moves on in the A event. We already talked about how Scott Comfort took it to the Brent Geddick team from Estevan today, 12-4 final score there.
Yeah, and in a fantastic game over here, we're sort of deep into the 9th end and we're on third rock, so lots left to come in this tied-up ball game.
Well, and our feature game has been a game of really momentum swings. We had the big score of 5 for Jason Jacobsen in the 6th end. You would have thought they would have cruised a little bit after that, but a 2 that came out of nowhere the next end for Ryan Deiss. Didn't look like he was going to have a shot for 2 till his last one. And then steals of 2 and then a single. He's now got the lead coming home.
Yeah, if you look at the scoreboard, you see that Jason Jacobsen only scored twice, a 3-ender and a 5-ender. Tied that up 8-8.
So the offense is good, but they need to work on the D a little.
Exactly.
Well, Jason's 2 misses have both been the same out turns that have been overthrown. That he was looking for back 8-foot weight there on that last one, and he went clear to the hack. So of course that was going to just never curl up enough, and the outturn hit that he rolled out on in the previous end gave up a pretty simple steal of 2 there. So, you know, they haven't been in trouble. They just haven't really been able to finish off a couple of ends.
I think it's going to need it.
Well, I know this much. It's going to make for an interesting 10.
A little bit. I think I might be a hair light. Just
Okay,
4-5. That's it.
That's fine.
Hey, your line's good.
You're by, Scott.
Line's real nice.
Let me
Oh,
take-
easy,
let me
guy.
take it, let me
Easy,
take it.
easy.
Interesting they didn't.
Oh, easy, easy. Oh.
Didn't throw up a second guard, hey?
Shot, Jay. Beauty.
Guess they're 1 up. They're going to play it this way.
Yeah, there are certainly teams that would play this like they had to play for the hard steal.
Just go hard for a steal.
Partly
yeah.
because, especially with the 5 rock, it's so hard to stop a team from getting a shot
agree.
at 2.
No room right now. Line's good. Line's good.
Do it.
There right now.
Ready? Yep.
Do it.
We're there.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Line's great.
It's coming down.
Line's really good. Whoa if you can. Oh.
Sunday.
Hi, boy.
Freeze to the nose.
A little nudge there, but
Or hair on the inside.
corner of that
yeah.
red stone
Okay.
behind cover still. So not really a great chance for Ryan Deiss to pass it through. They'll play the freeze.
Waits there.
Okay, clean.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Line.
yeah, you gotta go a little bit. Gotta go.
Think line, yep. Okay, line. Yep, got the line.
Get
Hard
by,
line.
get by. Okay.
I'm just getting them going, eh?
Yeah. Knuckle
some
the
more.
other way a little.
Okay, Jay.
That
Just
worked
a
out
thin-
well for red.
Yeah.
See the angle there that makes that rock on the button quite vulnerable.
They were actually staying with it. It looked like it might even still curl after
Curl
it rubbed
across.
that guard, but it just stayed right there and left the yellow-red angle. Probably better for the Jacobsen team right now.
But we heard Jason, you know, say maybe it was something on his release. He was getting them going a little bit just
Yeah.
to get that extra curl. So good on him. I mean, that's half the battle is knowing what you're doing as a thrower
It's soft,
to the
baby.
rock.
Whoa.
Nope.
Very good hack.
Ready? Yep.
Would like to get to the inside here, I think. Get just to the nose. Leaves a pretty good angle on the red-yellow at the top, and I'm not even going to guess who
Don't
shot
know.
rock.
And I don't think it's going to matter.
No, though likely likely at least 2 of those stones are going to move yet before the end's over, if not all 3 of them.
You don't got to hit right there.
Just barely, yeah.
That's just draw. Yeah, I need to. So same weight as your second one, eh?
Yeah, that slid in there nice.
Okay. You have 315 on that.
Okay.
That's that number 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's pretty close.
A little bit flying.
Okay, I think we can go away.
Yeah,
yeah,
a little bit flying.
I got top 8.
Okay, yeah, you gotta go. Stay down.
Top 12.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yep, gotta go.
Damn rock. Go.
Keep going. Get third at least.
Or 5th.
That's going hard enough.
Well,
He's saying it's the rock, but every rock we've seen come up short was thrown on that side of the sheet.
Try to get the nose.
But they also think that rock's a little heavier too, and he was still referring back to his draw weights on his other rocks.
Yeah, it could be both.
Hack.
Yep. Well,
Same weight.
Rip. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Really curling towards that guard.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
It's by.
Good.
And held the line enough to put the red onto the yellow.
Yeah, that was good sweeping.
That's as good a result as you could have expected, I think, there. Actually left himself a pretty good angle in the red-yellow at the front, too.
Want to call time?
Yep. Sure.
Time.
Time out, coach.
Each team still had 1 timeout left, so they're going to call it now for the Deiss team. And they're in some trouble here.
Chairs go flying.
What's that?
The coach's chairs go flying.
Yeah.
This partially covered.
With this one, eh?
The 4.
We go around our yellow.
Here.
Think it here.
While they talk about that, we're going to turn our attention over to what is the last rock to come in the 10th end on sheet 4.
Yeah, Rylan Kleiters looking at a draw to the 4-foot for the win here in a
Josh
fantastic
on his
game.
Last one tipped in off his own yellow one to get buried in behind those center line rocks.
This all counts this?
How's this for a great sweeper too?
Oh, Matt Tyon, yeah, he's a crazy sweeper out there.
Right here.
You gotta get by that
this
top
one's really
one.
curling.
Gonna have to go to get by the yellow, and it's not going to. Comes up a little light, over curls, and it'll be a steal of 2 for Josh Height, and he'll pick up the win in the opening draw.
Well, it's a game of grit out there for the Height team.
What, on this intern?
And a really fascinating, entertaining game. Kim, you're absolutely right. Every end was like that.
If we don't make that good.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
We're in a little bit of trouble.
It's the
okay.
And you're right about a game
like
of
this.
grit, Sue,
Okay,
because
okay.
I think Josh was down the entire game.
This is
He was.
And he had some shots for some big opportunities early that he didn't quite capitalize on and just sort of stuck with it. But then some great shots.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure the Height team was worried that those 2 rocks weren't good enough because they had just seen Ryland draw button cold there. It was about the 7th end that he came right in and made that beautiful draw. So I'm sure they were expecting that was going to happen again.
It's heavier.
94.
Yeah. Line's real good.
Top 4.
Easy.
Okay.
Lots of room.
Line's good.
Room. Quite a bit, Jay.
Okay.
Okay, coming down now.
Yeah,
Hard.
go now.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yep. Even just shorts.
Well,
shorts okay too.
that's not the number 1 stone, but it's still on that same side of the sheet, and
I
it
knew
comes
you were
up
gonna
well
say
short.
that.
You know, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. Every rock we've seen short was on that side of the sheet.
Want to do that?
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. It's not bad.
You know, we don't get all the conversations, but you know, we've heard them talk about some intervals on on their throws. But you know, we haven't heard anybody talk a hog to hog for what speed was. So, and that's where that timing concept is really helpful.
Well, and I'm not necessarily suggesting that I think that we're going to see one side different than the other for the whole event, but they played the whole first end on one side of the sheet. And if the practices were done where the other side had sat for half an hour, that's why you get two sides that really, through the whole game, they never get to be the same speed. So that's a possibility. They've elected to call their timeout now as well.
Then he's probably going to try and sink one here.
The thing is, yeah, if we go there, he's tapping this.
We're shot right now. Is it, you guys like that?
I think he just taps that in.
Boy, I don't like leaving the stone they just
Can
threw.
you get rid of that so he doesn't
Up
have
there.
it?
And what do you propose you do with it, though?
Well, you make the nose hit double. You're sitting 2 already. Your stone's in a good spot.
Yeah. You like it this way?
When you make that nose hit,
What if you just nose it?
well, I guess if you go underneath that back red, it's not jamming
Probably
back
just
there.
nose it so we
No, they're pretty close to even.
Okay.
Yeah, then I can run ours. Yeah. Yeah.
I think no.
But even if
Okay,
it does,
let's
it's
make
less harmful to you at this point
At the
than it is
back.
sitting there on that top 12 foot.
Yeah, true
But-
enough.
Like
Well, and if you
normal
could
or
exchange the
peel?
stone, leave yours right there. That's a
Whatever you know the ice
valuable stone for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters. We just have to hit in the right spot.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
Feels good.
Yeah.
So like,
Should stay straight.
Whoa. Ready? Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Makes the hit, but puts it between those two and really doesn't change anything for the Deiss team over what they were looking at on their last one.
Well, I found it interesting that too that they called for peel weight there. You know, we were just talking about how important it was to keep your shooter in that top 12. But I don't know if you needed that kind of weight to make that shot.
Okay. Well, lots of weight. Whoa. No.
Line's better.
You got a ton of weight.
You got a
Ryan.
weight on it. Okay. Yeah,
No. No.
It's coming down. Yep.
Needs to.
Yep. Okay, you're by. You're by.
Finally.
You're by.
Okay. Back 4, Jay.
You're by. Still
Gotta
back there. You're
stop.
by.
Gotta stop.
Sit down.
Sit, baby.
A shot.
I really think that side's heavier.
Real close. Not bad.
Yeah. Looks to me like they're picking up the pace a bit too. It'll be interesting
Well,
to see
they
what
have
the time
to. The
clocks are
timeouts
at.
are all gone.
Yep.
Yep.
Usually when you start to get
There
tight
you
for time,
go.
and there you see a minute and a half, minute 27, I think, is Jacob across the tee line here. You usually like to have those timeouts left
Line's
for the
good.
skip to throw the last one. They're all gone.
Top button. Line's great.
Line's really good.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Line's good.
Yep.
Line's great. Top button.
Nick.
Top button. Yep. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Great. Good shot. Good sweep then.
Lock it on.
Okay, weld it.
Weld it.
I don't think so.
Same ice as me.
Is he dead frozen or is he? No, he's just beyond the tee line. So. Okay. But we don't have to be perfect, right? We could be in front of him. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I think it's running just a hair slower, but I think if you throw your normal draw, you can get it there. Okay.
Line's good,
15,
Jay.
that's normal.
Right on top.
Okay. Stay close. That's
Okay,
a
keep it
little
out
tight
there.
line. A little tight line, if anything. Okay.
Line's good.
Yeah, hard line.
No,
Yeah.
line's good.
Go away. Okay.
Okay, freeze.
Okay, we're good. We're there.
Line's good.
Wait.
No
Let it
bounce.
curl.
Gotta
Let
sit
it
a
curl.
bit.
Gotta sit a bit.
Yeah.
Gotta
No,
sit.
no. Can't go.
This one's gliding.
No.
Yeah,
Really
well,
gotta sit.
Knock off.
about 5 rocks in a row down the same path.
Hot, eh? Yeah. Like freeze top. Yeah. Okay.
Jason looking at the tap. I don't even know if you need to. If you just freeze onto that, what does Ryan even do?
That's right.
same weight here. You're at 309. Looks like he gave it a break.
Big shot here because Jason's not going to have a lot of time to throw his last one.
On the yellow or the red?
The one he just threw.
Okay.
If we can get across the nose, we'll hold it.
Well, if he makes this one here, he might not have to worry about it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If he makes a good freeze here, he might not have to throw the last one.
Whoa, right now. Whoa.
I'm not sure what Ryan Deiss can even do if you lock this one in place.
Whoa, no. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Well, this one's really curling.
Hard. Right up. Hard, guys. Quick.
Wanted to stay on the yellow one. This is going to have a hard time getting by the one at the top of the 8-foot.
It's not bad.
No, it's still there, though. I mean, it's... I mean, just in the sense that if Ryan doesn't get this guard on, he's still got an opportunity
He's
to do
got a shot no
but
matter what he does, because the red, yellow, red that we see on the right hand, that's going to come back in towards the button area. You can't take everything away.
That's the same.
I wouldn't mind a hair more.
Okay.
You can see it. He's going to have room to make that. You've got to take away what is the easier shot, the straight tap on the rock that he just delivered.
Two.
Line's good.
And then Jason Jacobson's going to have to make a quick decision on how he has to hit that stone and how much weight he has to throw when you're moving 3 stones like that, and you just need to move it into the button area.
Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
You're good.
We're fine.
Clean, just clean at the stop. A little bit. Yeah, stay with it, Jay.
Easy.
That's
easy.
Good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good.
Well, it's a long guard, but it's a guard. Jason and Jacob have already discussed this. I think he's thinking, with looking at how tight he's throwing it there, you heard the call for board. I think he's counting on the drag on this coming right into the red stone in the button area, so he doesn't have to worry about just making a straight tap. Just make sure you hit the angle right then.
Yeah, weight's nice.
Oh, clean. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
You got it.
Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard.
Has to get by the guard. It does. Now, does it drag enough? It does drag enough to dead jam at the back. Jason Jacobsen will pick up his 2 points and takes the 10-9 victory here in draw 1. And that completes all of the games here in the opening draw from the 2019 Tankard. Kim Hodson has made her way down to ice level, and we'll hopefully get a chance to have a word with Jason. Great game, but there were some momentum swings in the end. Jason able to come away with the big deuce in the 10th.
Thank you. Hey, Jason, that was a wild and woolly one.
You're welcome.
Well, it was very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm sure it was for other people.
True enough. How important is the first win in this format with the triple?
Well, you save that life one game longer. It always helps, right? It's a long week, so if you can get that first one out of the way, it usually helps later on. So, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it looks like the ice and rocks are interesting. You getting them figured out?
We're getting them figured out. We had a little trouble in the first couple ends. It changed from practice, but we figured it out after the first couple.
Good for you guys. Okay. Good the rest.
Thank you very much.
Well, that completes draw number 1. We'll just quickly recap all of the scores. On sheet 1, it was Matt Dunstone picking up the 8-6 victory over Lloyd Fell. Our feature game, sheet 2, you just saw that final of Jason Jacobsen picking up the big 2 with his last stone to take the 10-9 victory over Ryan Deiss. Scott Comfort, scoring early, scoring often, picked up the 12-4 victory over Brent Geddick on sheet 3. And on sheet 4, it was Josh Height with a steal of 2 in the 10th to pick up the victory over Ryland Kleider. And that concludes draw 1. We will be back with you tonight on CurlSask.ca as well as SaskTel Max. You can pick up draw 2, the other 8 teams. We'll see you at 7:30 tonight.